It's hard to yell when the background's in your mouth.
And now, Blaster fans, would you please welcome your Joplin Blasters? Accompanying the Blasters this evening are their baseball buddies, playing against Port's Little League team. And now, we ask that you please stand as we take this opportunity to honor our great nation and the men and women who are keeping our country safe at home and abroad, as Blake Bagley sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see like the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrecked them, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Laredo Lemurs Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with all your Laredo Lemurs play-by-play action.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for joining us tonight. Bill Harrington along with you, coming to you live from Joe Becker Stadium as we're in Joplin, Missouri once again. This is game 2 of a 3-game set between the Laredo Lemurs and the Joplin Blasters. Let's go and get to the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. For the Laredo Lemurs, who start tonight in second place with a record of 35 wins and 28 losses. The Lemurs are currently 3 games back behind the Wichita Wingnuts in the South Division. For the Lemurs, they're going to lead off with Ty Morrison playing center field. Devontre Richardson will bat second. He'll play out right. Kevin Taylor's at second base tonight. He'll bat in the 3 spot. Dennis Phipps will work as the designated hitter tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. He'll bat in the 4 spot. Dustin Geiger's going to bat 5th and play first base. Juan Silverio is your 3rd baseman. He'll bat in the 6th hole tonight. Batting 7th is Brian Peterson doing the catching. The newcomer, Chris Elder, he was the hero last night on offense for the Laredo Lemurs. He will play left field. He had a home run last night, and the Lemurs went on to win 1-0 over the Joplin Blasters. And Jayudi Valdez will wrap things up in the 9 spot this evening. He will play shortstop once again for the Laredo Lemurs. So here we go. Ty Morrison into the batter's box against the right-handed pitcher, Luis Torinos. And Torinos throws a pitch, and the first pitch is at 7:07 p.m. here in the Central Time Zone. Your game time temperature is 86 degrees here in Joplin, Missouri, as the next pitch misses away. Another fastball. 2 balls and no strikes to Ty Morrison. So Joplin sits with a record of 33-27. They're a half game back behind the Lemurs, and the 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled off. That goes rolling over by the on-deck circle, where the Joplin Blasters will warm up when they get up to the plate. The Laredo Lemurs against Joplin this year. The Lemurs have put up a 9-2 record against the newcomer, the Joplin Blasters, so a nice record against this club. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung in a liner over the head of the shortstop and into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Ty Morrison to start off the ball game. So Morrison with a sharp line drive gets a single there, and Devontre Richardson coming up to the plate now for the Laredo Lemurs. So the Lemurs off to a good start. The Lemurs won last night's ball game 1-0 over the Joplin Blasters, and the Lemurs have now shut out the Joplin Blasters in 28 straight innings. So the Laredo Lemurs defense has been stellar against this Joplin ball club, and that goes all the way back to the last series between these two teams. Here's the pitch to Richardson. It misses inside. So the Lemurs were hosting the Joplin Blasters just last week, and they had a series back at Uni-Trade Stadium. The first game of that series, the Joplin Blasters scored in the 8th inning, and they haven't scored since against the Laredo Lemurs. Runner at first base, and here's the pitch to Richardson. It misses way inside, make it 2 balls and no strikes. So there's no score. We're just underway here in Joplin. And Ty Morrison's over there at first base. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Ty Morrison with both hands on his knees over at first base. Now he'll come ready to run. Here's the pitch to Richardson, and that one swung in a 1-hopper right over to the 3rd baseman. Perez flips to second for 1, back over to first base, and that's a double play. So the Joplin Blasters turn in a double play and create 2 outs really quickly. And it's a 5-4-3 DP in the books. And Kevin Taylor coming up to the plate now for the Laredo Lemurs. So quickly, the record for Luis Torinos. With the Joplin Blasters, he's 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA through 2 games. He was with the Lincoln Salt Dogs earlier this year. There he put up a 3-5 record and a 5.82 ERA, and he started 10 games for Lincoln. Here's the pitch to Taylor. Taylor will take a strike on the outside corner. Your umpiring crew tonight, Brian Child behind the plate, Tyler Thurman over at first base, and Chance Wilson is the 3rd base umpire. 2 outs in the inning, no score. The pitch, a fastball away. Brian Child as your home plate umpire. I would go out on a limb and say probably the best home plate umpire in the league. He has a very good strike zone and does not miss too many pitches behind the plate. The 1-1. That one is low and inside. He's one of the older guys in the league as far as the umpires in the American Association, but he does a very good job, and he actually does a nice job on the base pass as well, and is the crew chief here tonight for Chance Wilson and Tyler Thurman. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. A fastball away. 3 balls and 1 strike. What Brian Child's really going to do for you is actually just give you a nice, perfect strike zone. He's not going to give it too far outside. He's going to give you the black, but he's not going to give you anything further out than that. 3 balls and 1 strike. So you know what you're getting when Child's behind the plate. The 3-1 pitch, low and inside. That's ball 4. And Kevin Taylor earns a walk. And the Lemurs have their first base runner. Scratch that, their second base runner of the night. Even though Ty Morrison was doubled off over at second base. Here's Dennis Phipps. So Phipps is going to come up to the plate in the first inning tonight. He's batting in the 4 spot. And the Lemurs like to see him get to have an opportunity to hit in the first inning with a runner on. So no score in the ball game, just underway. And Phipps into the batter's box. Phipps on the season batting a mighty .372. He's having a great year as he'll take low and inside. So Dennis Phipps scoots out of the way of the first pitch. Now he's back into the batter's box. Luis Torino's up there on the hill, 6'2", 225 pounds. He throws home, and that one swung on and chopped foul. That's up the third base line. So Dennis Phipps will see another pitch coming up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Luis Torino's made his last start against the Grand Prairie Airhogs back on July 25th. Here's the pitch, swung and a ground ball up to the shortstop. Gonzalez will field it. He'll flip to second base. That's all they need. They get the out there, and that'll do it for the Lemurs. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're going to go to the bottom of the first inning with Joplin coming up to the plate. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark. Hey, Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the lineup for the Joplin Blasters tonight. Michael Gonzalez is leading off. He's playing shortstop. Yasser Gomez will bat second. He'll work as the designated hitter. Jairo Perez will bat in the 3 spot, playing third base. Jake Taylor's batting in the 4 spot. He'll play first. Omar Luna's in left field and batting 5th. Batting 6th, Carlos Ramirez. He does the catching. Mitch Galasser playing second base and batting in the 7th spot. Jesus Solorzano playing out in right field. He'll bat 8th. And Gabe Suarez, he's the center fielder. He'll bat in the 9 hole. For the Lemurs, Matt Lucen up on the mound tonight. He goes to the hill with a record of 3 wins and 4 losses, a 4.20 ERA throughout 13 starts for the Laredo Lemurs this year. The Lemurs defense goes like this. Elders in left, Morrison in center, Richardson in right, Silverio's at third base, Jayudi Valdez over at short, Kevin Taylor's at second, and Dustin Geiger at first base. Behind the plate for the Lemurs is Brian Peterson, the veteran catcher. No score in the game. To the bottom of the first we go with Matt Lucen winding and throwing. It's a breaking ball that hits the inside corner. And Lucen works ahead of Michael Gonzalez. Michael Gonzalez standing pretty close to the plate down there, and the 0-1 pitch is low and outside. Speaking of being close to the plate, we are close to the plate here in this ballpark. Just like to remind the fans, I know a lot of you listen every single game, but we are very close here. That's why I can't get the full screen in for you, where you're missing the left side of the ballpark. Here's a high pop-up, left center field. Coming in as a triangle of players. Elder looks like he's under control as he goes into shallow left center and makes the catch. So the left fielder for the Lemurs puts that one away. And there's one out in the bottom of the first inning. Yasir Gomez coming up to the plate. Yasir Gomez, a left-handed batter, 5'10", 185 pounds. He starts the day batting .313 for the Joplin Blasters. Tonight, Joplin wear their home whites. They have black numbers and letters with gold outline. Here's the pitch from Lucen. A breaking ball that misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Lemurs tonight wearing their black tops with gold numbers and letters. They have gray pants on. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball again, and that one misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Lucen does walk guys. In fact, this year he has walked 38 batters. That's currently 4th in the league. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one is low and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. And what Lucen has to do this late in the season, he has to learn to trust his stuff, because against right-handed batters, they're batting .251 against Matt Lucen. Lefties are batting .260. Here's the 3-0. That is low and in. Ball 4. So Yasir Gomez will walk on 4 straight pitches. Here's Jairo Perez getting ready to step into the batter's box. Perez, a right-handed hitter. He's getting ready to step into the batter's box. So Lucen going to work out of the stretch with a runner at first base and 1 out. The Lemurs will look for the double play ball. Yeah, Lucen, his overall against batting average is only .254. One of the lowest for the starting rotation for the Laredo Lemurs. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown, pulled back, and that one misses low and outside. So if Lucen can flat out just trust his stuff and go after batters, put the ball over the plate, he's going to be effective. But he tends to dance around the plate sometimes. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch swung on and fouled away. But when he attacks batters, batting .250 is not all that bad. You want to keep those guys down like that, and that's a good thing for Matt Lucen to have a .254 against average. I'm sure a lot of guys in the American Association would like to have a batting average against that low. A runner at first, and a 1-1 count to the batter, Jairo Perez. Perez will take one in the dirt. Brian Peterson will block it. So like I said, Matt Lucen now with 39 walks on the season, currently 4th in the league in that category, and something he definitely wants to dwindle down. The Lemurs have been very good in the category of walks given up so far this season. They haven't given up a whole bunch. And the pitch is very high. In fact, as a pitching staff this year, the Lemurs have walked 177 batters on the season. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the Lemurs pitching staff, that's currently the 3rd lowest in the league. The pitch is high for a ball. There's ball 4. So back-to-back walks. And Gomez will head up to second. Jairo Perez going up to first base. And Jake Taylor coming out to take his hacks. And immediately Mike Myers out of the dugout for the Laredo Lemurs. He's going to go talk things over with Matt Lucen. So Mike Meyer going to quickly have a conversation here with Lucen, try to get him back into the strike zone. Lucen did a nice job against Michael Gonzalez, the first batter that he faced off against, and then just missing a little bit out of the way on the last couple of pitches against the last 2 batters. So now Brian Child's going to walk up and try to break up the conversation up on the mound, as Brian Peterson was going to try to block Brian Child coming up there. I think a little fun and games between the home plate umpire and the catcher for the Laredo Lemurs. No score in the ball game. 1 out in the inning. And Jake Taylor coming up to the plate.
First baseman, number 8, Jake Taylor.
Jake Taylor on the season, he's batting .303. He's picked up 69 hits in 60 games this year. And the pitch home, a breaking ball that misses high. 1 ball and no strikes, so things open up with a ball to the next batter, the number 4 hitter, Jake Taylor. Jake Taylor with 8 home runs and 40 RBIs this year. Here's the 1-0 kick and throw, and that is high as well. 2 balls and no strikes. So Lucen's got to bring the ball down a little bit here. Just a little bit wild in the beginning of this ball game. He was missing down low, and now he's missed up high after the conversation up on the hill. He'll come set. He'll deliver. And he tries to throw another breaking ball. That one stays high. It's 3 balls and no strikes. So Jake Taylor has really got to hone it in. Matt Lucen's really got to hold it in. Jake Taylor's up at the plate. He's the first baseman tonight for the Joplin Blasters. Now, you probably pretty much guarantee that Taylor's going to take here. He does so, and it's called a strike on the inside corner. A fastball there from Matt Lucen, the starting pitcher. Lucen holds the baseball behind his back as he gets the sign from Brian Peterson. And the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Lucen has walked, the bases loaded. Well, yesterday we saw Henry Garcia get into trouble with the bases loaded in the first inning. He was able to slice and dice his way out of the trouble. And now Matt Lucen's in that same spot. He's going to have to get out of the inning. In fact, Henry Garcia did it twice yesterday, once in the first and once in the second, allowing the bases to get loaded, but he worked out of the trouble both times. So he did a nice job for the Laredo Lemurs, and that's never easy to get out of a bases loaded situation, especially with less than 2 outs. No score here, but the bases loaded for the Blasters in the bottom of the first. Matt Lucen facing off against Omar Luna, the pitch. A strike on the outside corner. That one had a little break to it. I believe it was the slider from Matt Lucen. No balls and 1 strike, so he goes right after Omar Luna. Not a bad idea. Get that strike, get that first strike out of the way. The 0-1 pitch. A curveball swung on and fouled back. Lucen's going to bring a fastball, a slider, a curveball, and a changeup tonight. So those are the pitches you'll see out of him. Omar Luna batting .303 on the year. He's a former member of the Laredo Lemurs. He actually started off with the Laredo Lemurs in the 2014 season. Only played 2 games for him, so was with them for a very short time. Lucen gets the sign from Peterson. Luna with a wide stance in the batter's box. Here's the 0-2, swung on and reached out and popped foul over to the right side. That gets up into the aluminum seating area here at the ballpark. They have aluminum seats on the right side and on the left side, down the lines a little bit further. So no balls and 2 strikes and an out. Lemurs would love a double play ball right here to end the inning. Gomez is at third base. Perez is at second. Taylor over at first. Omar Luna into a deep crouch now. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, and that hits him on the hand. That comes up and in and hits him on the hand. And he is shaking his hand, trying to get the pain out right now. And that thing's ringing. You can bet on that. But that's going to bring a runner at home for the Joplin Blasters. And it's 1-0 immediately for Joplin, and that breaks up the 28 innings of scoreless baseball that the Lemurs have thrown against the Joplin Blasters. Of all things, a hit by pitch to break it up. And a run comes in to score. So it's 1-0 Joplin, and they're going to take a look at Omar Luna. The way he was shaking out that hand, he was in a lot of pain down there, and it looks like it's his left hand that they're really taking a look at. They're trying to get the batting glove off right now to take a longer look at it, to inspect it a little bit better. The left hand for the right-handed batter is going to be the bottom hand. And he tried to reach his hands up and put them in front of his face, and as he did that, the ball ended up hitting his hand. So Luna is going to take off his shin guard, and it looks like he's going to try to stay in the ball game. Of course, limited roster spots on all of these rosters. You're only allowed to carry 22 guys. So that usually leaves either 1 or 2 guys on the bench as far as players go that can actually go out and play defense that are non-pitchers. So Luna will stay in the ball game. A run does come in to score for Joplin, and it's 1-0 Joplin. Here comes Carlos Ramirez now with the bases loaded again. So a bout of wildness to get things going for Matt Lucen. 3 straight walks and then a hit batter.
The catcher, number 7, Ramirez.
Carlos Ramirez, a right-handed batter, also a former member of the Laredo Lemurs, who was with the Lemurs quite a bit last season and was a productive player for Laredo. So Lucen works from the belt. He'll throw home, and it's a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes to the number 7 wearing Carlos Ramirez. Ramirez out of Tucson, Arizona, 5'11", 200 pounds. He played in the Angels organization. He made it up to Double-A ball, the 1-0. Called a strike, a throw down to first base, and sneaking in behind the runner, Geiger. Geiger lays down a tag, but it's a little bit late. But a strike there for Carlos Ramirez. 1 ball and 1 strike, and a good throw by Brian Peterson down to first base with Geiger sneaking in behind the runner, Omar Luna. At third is Perez. At second is Taylor. At first is Omar Luna for the Joplin Blasters. 1-0 Joplin. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up. That one's going to get back here into the stands, I believe. It might go all the way out. Yeah, it's going to actually get on the roof here at the ballpark. So everyone's safe. No damage done to anybody down there. That one was very high in the air. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Joplin Blasters probably have the lowest backstop in the league. That thing is very, very low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Called strike 3. Carlos Ramirez goes down looking. And if the Lemurs can get out of this with only giving up 1 run, that'll definitely put a little momentum in the Lemurs dugout. So there's 2 outs in the inning. And coming up to the plate is going to be Mitch Glasser. Mitch Glasser, the second baseman tonight for the Joplin Blasters, will get an opportunity to swing the bat with the bases loaded. So Glasser batting from the right side. And Lucen will throw home. And it's a pitch that misses low. Glasser this year with the bases loaded, he's hitting a very nice 500, but he's only had 4 at-bats in this situation. He has 3 RBIs with the bases loaded this year. 1-0 Joplin in the bottom of the first. The kick and the throw home, and that is called a strike, a slider there. Mitch Glasser with 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the batter's box. He's taking a good look at Matt Lucen right now, and he'll tap the plate a couple of times and get ready to hit. Mitch Glasser batting .306 on the season overall. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Shallow left center. Coming in quickly, Ty Morrison. Morrison's got a bead on it. He'll put on the brakes and make the catch, and that'll do it for the Joplin Blasters. They do get a run in the inning. 3 straight walks, then a hit batter brings home the run, and it's now 1-0 Joplin. We're going to head to the top of the second. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn: Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS. Check us out at LaredoLemurs.com.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
All right, back to action here as we go to the top of the second inning. Lemurs down 1-0. And Dustin Geiger's going to lead it off for Laredo. He'll be followed up by Juan Silverio, and then Brian Peterson will be the next batter after that. Beautiful day here in Joplin. Last couple of times we've been out here, we've been here one other time. It was very, very hot on that trip. Yesterday it was warm with a little bit more mugginess to it, and right now it's very comfortable. I am enjoying myself tonight. Don't feel all sticky and wicky. So Dustin Geiger into the batter's box, and the pitch from Chirinos. And that one is low for a ball, a fastball out of the hand of Luis Torinos. Geiger starting the day between Laredo and Wichita. He's batting .306. And the pitch home. That one is low and inside. Geiger is 6 for 30 with a .200 batting average in 8 games versus the Blasters this year, so he hasn't fared all that well, but he's trying to improve here. But he does have 2 home runs this season against Joplin in a Lemurs uniform. Here's the 2-0 pitch. A strike on the inside part of the plate, right at the thigh. So a pretty well-placed pitch right there. Geiger's got a hole in his pants. In his right thigh, he's got a hole where he slides. 2 balls and 1 strike. We need a seamstress on this team. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ooh, and that one's inside. That one almost got a piece of Geiger. Looked like it changed direction, so I'm almost wondering if it hit him someplace. He's coming back into the batting area, so he's not trying to take first base. It looked as if the ball changed directions after it went past Geiger, but no one said anything down there, so maybe my eyes are fooling me. It might have tipped off the catcher's glove, and maybe that's what I saw. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. That one is inside as well. That'll be ball 4. So Dustin Geiger earns a walk. He'll take first base, and Juan Silverio will be the next batter for the Laredo Lemurs.
The third baseman, number 42, Juan Silverio.
Silverio on the season for the Laredo Lemurs. On the road, he's batting .228. So he'll get ready to step into the batter's box here tonight for Laredo. He taps the plate a couple of times, and he's ready to go. Geiger will take his lead over there at first base. Here's the pitch, and that one is inside for a ball. Luis Torino looking at the baseball, wondering, what's wrong with this thing? I can't seem to get it to go where I want it to go right now. So Torino's out of the stretch. He'll set high and deliver. That one is in there for a strike. That evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-0 Joplin. And they play music here between almost every pitch. You can kind of hear it in the background. It's kind of an odd program. They used to do that in El Paso, the same ownership there in El Paso. The 1-1 pitch is low and inside. Let's see if they play the song again. No music right now. It's kind of like being at a basketball game. If you've ever been to an NBA game, I don't know if they do it in the NCAA, but I'm pretty sure in the NBA, just about every time there's a ball that moves up and down the court, they play a different song. It's kind of weird. The 2-1 swung on and missed. And Silverio almost screws himself into the ground there. And I forget when they started doing that in the NBA, but if a team takes the ball out on offense, they start dribbling up the court, and then there's some kind of background music. It's either some sort of chant going on or maybe a song that's very popular at the time or some kind of energizing song. It's kind of weird the way the NBA does that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Silverio swinging with one hand there. He strikes out. So runner at first base and 1 down. But when they play the music here, that kind of reminds me of what the NBA does. I think they do that in the NHL as well. When there's some good action going on, they'll play some music to keep the fans in it. But usually in baseball, you can get away without playing any kind of filler music. People actually like to come out and not have their brains filled with a whole lot of sound when they're watching a baseball game. The sound of the game itself is very exciting. You know, the pop of the mitt, the whiz of the baseball, the crack of the bat, all that stuff. It's just enticing in itself, so you really don't need that filler music. And now Brian Peterson wants timeout as he gets ready to step into the batter's box. He thought Luis Torinos was going to try to quick pitch him there. Here's the pitch to Brian. Brian takes a strike on the inside corner. That was a fastball to get things started. So runner at first base and 1 out, 1-0 Joplin. Brian Peterson playing in his 24th game tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. And he has really picked up the batting average. He's batting .304 right now for the Lemurs. The 0-1 pitch swung on a chopper foul. Peterson, in fact, as of right now, has hit in 7 straight games. And over those 7 games, he's 7 for 25. In 5 games this year versus Joplin, he's 8 for 21. He's batting .381 against the Joplin Blasters with a run, a couple of doubles, and 2 RBIs. And the 0-2 pitch swung in a chopper over to the second baseman. Scratch that. The shortstop, Michael Gonzalez. Gonzalez will flip to second for 1, back over to first base. It's a double play. That's the second double play that the Laredo Lemurs have hit into here tonight. We're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Joplin. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh,
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Bill Harrington along with you here from Joplin, Missouri. Lemurs down by a run. It's 1-0 Joplin. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and leading things off is going to be Jesus Solorzano, followed up by Gabe Suarez, and then we'll go up to the top of the order for Michael Gonzalez. So the Lemurs only gave up 1 run there in the first inning after 1 out was made. Matt Lewson walked the bases loaded and hit the next batter as the first pitch to Jesus Solorzano is on the outside corner for a strike. So the Lemurs were able to see Matt Lewson strike out Ramirez and then get Mitch Glasser to pop out to the center fielder. Here's the 0-1. Swung in a line drive down the right field line. That's going to be a foul ball. Just barely foul. That one went winging by the first base umpire over there, Tyler Thurmond. He just did a little bit of a lean out of the way. Didn't move his feet at all. Just trying to move his body to make sure he didn't get hit. It wasn't all that close, maybe 2 or 3 feet. Solorzano starting the day batting .274. He's playing his 7th professional baseball season in his first year in Indy ball. Here's the pitch home on the 0-2, a breaking ball, swing and a miss. There's strike 3 to Jesus Solorzano. So a couple of strikeouts in the book now for Matt Lewson, and Gabe Suarez coming up to the plate. So we'll see if Matt Lewson can settle down here, moving through the second inning. Tapping each end of the plate is Gabe Suarez, stepping into the batter's box. Gabe Suarez on the season, batting .153. He's playing in his 20th game of the year. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball on the inside corner. Well placed there by Matt Lewson, right at the knee to number 24 wearing Gabe Suarez. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is a fastball on the outside part of the plate. A good pitch there, also at the knee. So back-to-back fastballs for Lewson against Gabe Suarez, and he pegged each side of the corner right there. Well, if you could paint the corners with your fastball, let's see what Matt Lewson goes with here. And the 0-2, curveball swung and a ground ball over to the left side. Ranging for it, Jeudy Valdez. He'll throw on the run. It's up and over the head of Geiger. It's going to come back into the field to play as it hits off the dugout wall. And that's going to be an infield single for Gabe Suarez. So the Lemurs went fastball, breaking ball to Suarez, and that kind of slowed the ball up for Suarez a little bit. And he was able to put that ball in play as he was swinging on an 0-2 pitch. So Matt Lewson with a little bit of a mistake there, putting the ball over the plate for Gabe Suarez on an 0-2 count, even though it was a breaking ball. So the Lemurs now looking again for a double play ball here. 1-0 Joplin with a runner at first base. Suarez without a stolen base so far this year, and Michael Gonzalez will take a strike. That one on the outside part of the plate. Michael Gonzalez in his first at bat, he popped out to the left fielder. Chris Elder, the new left fielder for the Laredo Lemurs. Lewson will step off the rubber, do a little jump and throw over to first base, and back in easily is Gabe Suarez. Not much of a throw there by Matt Lewson. I think he was just showing his first move that time to throw the ball over the first base. So Michael Gonzalez back into the batter's box. Michael Gonzalez from Venezuela. He's 5'10", 175 pounds. And the 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and fouled out of play. It goes over by the light pole and gets back onto the city street. Yeah, we're right between the city street here. There's one that goes up the right field line and one that goes up the left field line here at the ballpark. They do have a small parking lot across the street over on the first base side here at the yard. No balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 Joplin with a runner at first base. Bottom of the second inning, the pitch. Swung on a fly ball, hit into right field. On the run, Devontre Richardson going towards the right field line. He speeds up, and now he's got a pull up as a brick wall's coming his way. The ball ends up falling to the ground, but Richardson doing a good job there. If he would have tried to slide, he would have been sliding into a brick wall. So he lets that one fall to the ground. It was playable, but like I said, if he would have tried to get to it, he may have hurt himself very, very badly. So probably a good idea there for Devontre Richardson to live to play another day instead of just trying to slide or run into that brick wall down the right field line. There is no padding on that brick wall. So a runner at first base and an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A fastball there. And Michael Gonzalez goes down swinging, and he was blown away with that fastball by Matt Lucen. Lucen now has struck out 2 batters here in the inning, both swinging. Well, Lucen really reared back and threw a good fastball there. It's not easy to throw a fastball by Michael Gonzalez, but Michael Gonzalez may have been looking for something else. The way he kind of swung at that, it was a very delayed, late swing by Gonzalez. Here's Yasier Gomez. And another toss over to first base. Back in easily again is Gabe Suarez. Yasier Gomez walked and scored the only run of the ball game so far. He has now walked 24 times on the season. Lucen throws, the runner goes, the pitch is low. The throw down to second base is going to be on time. It's going to be on the money, and that's going to be the 3rd out here in the inning. So Gabe Suarez runs the Joplin Blasters out of the inning. And we're going to head to the top of the 3rd. 1-0 Joplin right now. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Since Ascending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Ascending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMIU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMIU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMIU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamiu.edu y sé impulsado.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle del Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation.
All right, back to action here, and into the batter's box is Chris Elder. He takes the pitch low and inside. Elder was the hero at the plate last night for the Laredo Lemurs as he hit a solo home run over the left field walls, an opposite field blast for the left-handed batter. He'll take low and in on the next pitch, so 2 balls and no strikes. Right now the Lemurs are down 1-0, and that was Chris Elder's very first home run of the season. So a guy with not very much pop, but he does get a home run there. The 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes from Luis Torinos. So a run coming in to score for the Joplin Blasters here in this ball game in the bottom of the first inning. Lemurs trying to get themselves on the board here as we go to the top of the 3rd. Here's the 3-0 pitch. High ball 4, so 4 straight balls to Chris Elder, and he earns a walk. and he'll head on over to first base. Remember, Elder can steal a bag. He had 19 stolen bases while he was with the Grand Prairie Airhogs earlier this year through 59 games. So you can bet that the Joplin Blasters are going to keep an eye on Chris Elder, as Jeudy Valdez is going to step into the batter's box now for the Laredo Lemurs. Jeudy Valdez batting .256 on the year. He takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. But get this, over the last 4 games, Jeudy's batting .375. He's gone 6 for 16 in that time with 3 runs, a home run, and 5 RBIs. So he's been productive over the last couple of ball games, and it all came with a day off or two for Jeudy Valdez. So he's getting a little bit worn down, and manager Pete Incaviglia saw it. Toss over to first base, and Chris Elder's picked off. Elder started to head towards second base, took a stutter step, ended up getting picked off over at first base. So he was trying to extend his lead, and it went the wrong way. So a 1-3 pickoff move. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Jeudy Valdez still at the plate for the Laredo Lemurs with an 0-1 count. 1-0 Joplin. So now nobody on the base pass for the Laredo Lemurs. Here's the kick and the throw home. Swung on and tapped off the plate. It rolls up to the third baseman, charging Perez. Perez will try to throw on the run, and it's in time to get Valdez out. A great play there by Jairo Perez, charging that ball down the third baseline, grabbing it with his bare hand and throwing on the run. One of the hardest plays in professional baseball right there, and Perez made it look easy. 2 down quickly, and Ty Morrison coming up to the plate. I'll say this, it was a very close call over at first base. That one could have went either way for the Laredo Lemurs, and the first base umpire ends up ringing up Jeudy Valdez. So we go up to the top of the order for Ty Morrison. He's got a base hit. That's how the game got started with Morrison at the plate. He'll take a breaking ball here, a little bit off the plate inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Chirinos working out of the stretch with nobody on, and the 1-0 pitch swung on and clubbed foul over on the left side. So Ty Morrison will see a 1-1 pitch next. Ty Morrison for the Laredo Lemurs batting a lofty .372. And over the last 10 games, he's batting .345 with 5 runs and 3 RBIs. The pitch swung on and a pop-up down the left field line. That one's going to get into foul territory. Look out down there. A couple of people enjoying a picnic table, and the ball comes crashing in on their party. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, a couple of picnic tables down the left field line where people enjoy some quality beverages. And that one ends up falling on a picnic table. Almost got someone in the noggin. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and that may have been tipped into the glove of the catcher. That's going to be an out. That'll be the 3rd out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Lemurs are down 1-0. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
All right, coming up to the plate for the Joplin Blasters again, Matt Lucen. It's going to be Yasier Gomez, Jairo Perez, and Jake Taylor. That'll be the first 3. It's 1-0 Joplin. They put up a run in the first inning. And the Laredo Lemurs have been held scoreless so far. Here's the pitch. That is low, a fastball to get things started to the batter, Yasier Gomez. Gomez batting in the number 2 hole for the Joplin Blasters tonight. And the delivery on the 1-0, swung in a line drive to the left side. That's going to get through between the shortstop and the third baseman, so a base hit for Yasier Gomez. Gomez may have broke his bat there. Didn't sound too good off of when the ball hit the bat. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Jairo Perez. Perez batting .313 on the season. So runner at first base. And Jairo Perez, who walked in his last at bat, goes into the batter's box. And the pitch is a little bit low, a little bit away. Perez with 1 foot out and 1 foot in as he looks down and gets the sign. Perez through 5 games batting .211 for Joplin. The pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. So relatively new player here for the Joplin Blasters. He's got 4 hits and 19 at bats. He's made 4 starts now this season for Joplin, but immediately he's thrust right into that 3 spot for the Blasters. Matt Lucen looks over his shoulder and will throw home on the 1-1. A strike on the outer third of the plate. Good pitch there. Really pegged that one, did Matt Lucen. So Lucen starts the night with a record of 3 wins and 4 losses, a 4.20 ERA. This is his 2nd start against Joplin this season. Last time he started against him was on June 23rd here in this ballpark. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung and chopped up to the shortstop, Valdez. Valdez only has 1 play. It's at first base. He'll throw a little bit high. Geiger has to leap into the air to grab it and pull it down. On the play, Yasier Gomez goes up to second base. So 1 out in the inning and a runner at second for the Joplin Blasters. Yeah, kind of a weird swing there for Jairo Perez on a breaking ball. He went up over his shoulders and chopped at the baseball, pounding it into the ground, and that had Jeudy Valdez moving over to his right, the shortstop for the Lemurs, to field it. And Jeudy Valdez's only play was at first base. Here's Jake Taylor into the batter's box now. Jake Taylor also walked in his last at bat. Jake Taylor batting in the 4th spot. Lucen out of the stretch. He'll deal home, and it's a breaking ball that hits the inside corner for a strike. Jake Taylor with a .303 average. He's currently 28 years old out of Moreno Valley, California. He attended Canyon Springs High School. No balls and 1 strike, and now timeout's called up on the hill. Taylor played junior college ball for 1 season at Chaffee, and then he played 1 season at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. The pitch swung in a liner down the right field line, but that's going to curve foul. Look out down there. Ball coming your way. Taylor spent the last 2 years of college at Missouri Southern, which is a college not too far away from here. He was originally drafted in the 35th round by the Marlins back in 2005 out of Chaffee Junior College. And he began his pro career back in 2010 with the Oakland County Cruisers. That was in the Frontier League. That team no longer around. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3, and the home plate umpire Brian Child said he tipped the ball just barely. 4 strikeout tonight for Matt Lucen against the Joplin Blasters. Omar Luna coming up to the plate with a runner at second base. Omar Luna was the guy that was hit by a pitch in his last at bat, and he was shaking out that hand real vigorously. We're in the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Joplin. Matt Lucen holding the ball behind his back as he looks in and gets the sign. Yeah, last time he faced off against Joplin on June 23rd, Lucen took a win and pitched in 5 innings as the first pitch misses low. They want to check on the check swing over at first base. He did not go around. Yeah, Lucen pitched 5, gave up only 2 runs on 7 hits, walked a batter and struck out 4 that night, one of his better starts of the year. His best start of the season came against Wichita, where he went 7 complete without allowing a run on 3 hits. That was back on July 8th. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball gets between the legs of Brian Peterson. He can't find the ball. And Yasier Gomez is going to head up to third base on the pitch. That should be a pass ball. I think Brian Peterson was crossed up, but definitely something catchable there to Brian Peterson. So 2 outs. And it is indeed a pass ball on Brian Peterson. So Omar Luna with a runner at third base now and 2 down at the plate. So Gomez takes his lead from third base, and the Lemurs just need one more out to get out of the inning. The pitch. Called a strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there, right below the belt, and on the outside part of the plate. So make it a 2-1 count. Omar Luna very close to the plate. He waves the bat over the plate once. And with his pine tar laden bat comes ready. The 2-1 pitch is low and inside. You can see the pine tar on that bat going all the way up to the middle part of the baseball bat. So Omar Luna likes his pine tar thick, and he likes it on a lot of part of that bat. 3 balls and 1 strike. So now Lucen has to come over the plate. He does have a couple of open bags, though. He doesn't have to really come into Omar Luna. The pitch swung on and fouled away. But you don't want to have to pitch against Carlos Ramirez, who's having a good year as well. Luna having a good year. Carlos Ramirez having a good year for the Joplin Blasters. So now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. But with an open bag, that does give Lucen the chance to go ahead and try to throw one a little bit further outside, or a ball that may be in the dirt. He doesn't have to completely challenge here, is the bottom line. Let's see what he does. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Outside, ball 4, and that was a pitch that wasn't all that close, so really not a big challenge to Omar Luna for him to let that one go by. Here comes Carlos Ramirez to the plate. So now runners at the corners and 2 down, but still the same situation for Matt Lucen. He still has to get 1 out to get out of the inning. And that's the bottom line. You get that 1 out, you're out of the inning without allowing a run. And either way, there's still a runner at third, even if Carlos Ramirez gets a hit or if Omar Luna got the hit, the run comes home to score either way. So 1-0 Joplin. Runners at the corners and 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Ramirez, a .288 batter. That batting average is slipping for him over the last couple of weeks. And the pitch, a breaking ball, a curve on the inside corner for a strike. Nicely done there from Matt Lucen to get things going. Matt Lucen will start off time to time with a breaking pitch. 2 batters, and it throws them off. The guys are always looking for fastballs, and they end up getting breaking balls, and they're thrown off by it. Here's the 0-1. The runner goes from first base. The pitch is popped up down the right field line. That's going to get back out of play and into the stands. Look out down there. And the ball will take a very high hop off of the concrete. And the chase is on amongst the youngsters. 1-0 Joplin. So Omar Luna has to head back to first base. So Carlos Ramirez, over his last 10 games, I told you his batting average has been slipping. I just looked it up. Over his last 10 games, he's batting .207. That's 6 hits and 29 at bats. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. And it's low and outside. They have the runner hung up between second and third. That's Omar Luna. Taylor's going to run him down from behind. No, they're not going to get him. He actually dives back in head first, but the runner at third, Yasir Gomez, does not break. Kevin Taylor was trying to run down Omar Luna from behind, and he wasn't able to do so. Luna turned on the afterburners and got back into first base. I'm kind of surprised that Yasir Gomez didn't try to break for home. That was probably the whole purpose of the delayed steal there. Brian Peterson with a little bit of a wait before he threw down to second base, as Taylor had to get in there to cover the bag. A nice throw by Brian Peterson. It was right on the money to Kevin Taylor, and they would have had Omar Luna out if he would have tried to slide into second. So 1 ball and 2 strikes and an open door there for the Joplin Blasters. Anything they get after that is gravy. 1-0 Blasters right now. Here's the pitch. The runner goes again. The pitch is swung on and lined into center field, but right at Ty Morrison. Here comes Morrison, and he makes the catch at the knees. That'll take away a base hit, and that will end the inning without allowing a run to come in to score. In the end of the inning, it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. It's 1-0 Joplin. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price gets on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
All right, Devontre Richardson's going to lead it off for the Laredo Lemurs, and he'll be followed up by Kevin Taylor, and then Dennis Phipps will come up to the plate. 1-0 Joplin. Joplin got that only run of the ball game back in the first inning after 3 straight walks, and then our batter got hit by a pitch. All of that happened in a row. Here's a pitch to Devontre Richardson. He takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. So it's 1 run on 2 hits for Joplin. No runs on a hit for the Laredo Lemurs. No errors for either team, as Luis Chirinos will deliver home, and that one is in the dirt. So very low, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Lemurs will play 1 more game here tomorrow before heading home. In fact, this is the last time we're going to see the Joplin Blasters. Tomorrow night will be the last game between these 2 clubs, unless somehow they both make the playoffs and face off against each other there. The 1-1 pitch swung on, tapped off the plate, and that's going to roll foul. I don't think both of these teams will make the playoffs. It's possible, but I have a funny feeling that's not going to happen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It seems like the Joplin Blasters slipping as of late, and the Laredo Lemurs are getting stronger and stronger as we move on throughout the season. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch, a breaking ball in the dirt, a check swing. He did not go around, says the first base umpire. A good call there by the first base blue. Devontre Richardson in his last at bat grounded into a double play. In fact, the Lemurs have hit into 2 double plays already tonight. Remember when we were back in Laredo, the Laredo Lemurs turned 5 inning-ending double plays in 1 game against Joplin. That was in the last series between these 2 clubs back down in Laredo. The pitch swung on and missed. There's a strikeout. So Devontre Richardson goes down swinging on a fastball inside. The Lemurs in that series ended up turning 10 double plays against Joplin, and 7 of them were inning-ending double plays in that series. A lot of fun there to see the Lemurs turn all those double plays. And, of course, when Wichita came into town, the Lemurs turned their very first triple play in the team's history. That was also very fun. It was a 5-4-3 triple play. So here's Kevin Taylor stepping into the batter's box. That's a play I will probably always remember as being a member of the Laredo Lemurs broadcast team. Here's the pitch to Taylor. Taylor pops it up into left field. On the run, Omar Luna. The center fielder, Gabe Suarez, is taken over. Suarez will make the catch in left center. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So Kevin Taylor sees 1 pitch and pops it out to left center field for the second out. Here comes Dennis Phipps to the plate now for the Laredo Lemurs. 1-0 Joplin. And Phipps currently 4th in the league with a .349 average. He's 3rd in the league with 83 hits on the year. And in 11 games versus Joplin this season, he's 13 for 42. He's batting .309 against the Joplin Blasters. 1-0 Joplin, and here's Chirinos. He deals home. That one swung on, hit high in the air into left center field. This one's clubbed well. Suarez is going back. He's at the warning track. He'll wait for it. It'll come down into his mitt. And Dennis Phipps falls a little bit short of hitting a home run here in Joplin. He hit the first pitch, lofted it high and deep to left center, and it falls just a little bit short of the home run fence. So the Lemurs are still down 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Mitch Glasser's going to lead it off for the Joplin Blasters. He'll be followed up by Jesus Solorzano, and then Gabe Suarez will come up to the plate. 1-0 Joplin. They got that run back in the first inning as we slip and slide on to the bottom of the fourth. 1 run on 2 hits for Joplin. No runs on a hit for the Laredo Lemurs so far in tonight's ball game. So there's Matt Lewson back up on the hill. Matt Lewson out at Jacksonville University. And he'll get ready to rock and fire here. Here's the pitch to Glasser, and it's a pitch that misses low and outside. So Lewson made his last start on July 23rd against Wichita. Ended up taking a loss in that game, but went 6 solid innings. The 1-0 pitch. That one is a strike on the outside part of the plate. Evens it up at 1-1. And he pitched in 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. Only one of them was earned, though. He gave up only 3 hits and walked 4 and struck out 5 batters. The Lemurs ended up losing 9-1. Kind of a strange game there for the Lemurs. That was the first game of the series against Wichita, as the next pitch is fouled off. A check swing by the batter, Mitch Glasser. And I believe that one got a piece of Brian Peterson. He'll have to give a new baseball out to Matt Lewson. Peterson doesn't seem any worse for the wear, and he'll hand the baseball back to the home plate umpire, Brian Child. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matt Lewson on the road this season has produced a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. He's got a nice 3.38 ERA on the road. That's in 7 starts this year. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Low and outside. He's thrown in 40 innings and given up 35 hits on the road. He's given up 18 runs and 15 of them have been earned. He's got a .238 against average when he pitches away from Laredo. That's pretty good. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled away. Right-handed hitters against Lewson, they're hitting .251. Lefties are hitting .260. I was talking about that a little bit earlier. His overall against average is only .254. So when he attacks the plate, he basically gets guys out. Anybody would like to have a .254 against average or lower. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and tipped foul. So I was mentioning back in the first inning that Lewson's really got to trust his stuff. He has to attack the plate instead of missing as much as he does and walking as many people as he does. And if you trust his stuff, he does have good stuff. I've seen it. Seen it in action. Lemurs are 8-5 this year when Lewson starts a ball game. So that's their overall record without figuring in Lewson's wins or losses. Through his 13 starts, they're 8-5. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that one is low for a ball. So make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matt Lewson was drafted by the Cubs back in the 23rd round of 2010 out of Jacksonville University. He spent 5 seasons in the Cubs organization. Here comes the 3-2. Swung on, and that one is fouled off of the shoulder of Brian Peterson. Might have hit his mask as well, and it pops back into the crowd, and a gentleman grabs that one, and he gives it to a young man. Nicely done there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brian Peterson got rocked a little bit there. Brian Child, the home plate umpire, hand delivering a baseball up to Matt Lewson, giving Brian Peterson some time to shake that one off. It's like getting punched in the face with that foul ball right there. Matt Lewson, when he was in the Cubs organization, he made it as high as AA ball. AA Tennessee, the Tennessee Smokies. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the delivery to Glasser. Curveball swung and a ground ball up the middle, right by Lewson. Behind the bag at second is Valdez. He'll flip over to first base, and it's going to be a little bit late. Kind of a strange one there. Lewson thought he had a play on as he tried to reach back behind his back to make the catch. The ball kept rolling up, hit the bag at second, and it took a bounce to Jeudy Valdez, the shortstop. It had looked like Taylor, the second baseman, was going to have a play on it before the ball actually hit the bag. Once it hit the bag, it kicked off and went to Jeudy Valdez. So Jeudy Valdez was able to grab it and try to make a play over at first base, but I don't know if it would have been in time even if he would have had a good throw. So a base hit for Mitch Glasser. And there's nobody out, and Jesus Solorzano into the batter's box. He's the number 8 hitter. He'll see a fastball and line it into left center field. That'll be a base hit. Mitch Glasser's going to pull up at second base, and runners at first and second with nobody out for the Joplin Blasters. So Solorzano swings at the first pitch and lines it to left center. And that'll bring up Gabe Suarez. 1-0 Joplin right now. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Gabe Suarez, the number 9 hitter, and the Lemurs will be definitely looking for a double play ball here. Suarez batting 154 to start the day. So a couple of guys that can move out there on the base paths. And Gabe Suarez, who singled in his last at bat, but he was caught stealing on the base paths back in the second. So Matt Lucen asking for a new set of signs from the catcher Brian Peterson. He'll go ahead and get them. Gabe Suarez out of Denver, Colorado on a pickoff play over at second base. Valdez sneaking in behind the runner Mitch Glasser, but there's no throw made. So another inning where Matt Lucen has to try to dive himself out of trouble. Remember, the bases were loaded back in the first, and so far throughout the ball game, there's been a runner on in every inning. Bunt shown here early by Suarez. He'll let it go by, and it misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. No wind blowing right now. The flags lie limp out in center field. The home run fence down the left field line is 320 feet away. Down the right field line, it's 317, and to straightaway center, it's 400 feet. So it jots out quite a bit as it goes deeper into center field. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Infield playing in, and now bunt shown again and pulled back, and that one misses high. 2 balls and no strikes to Gabe Suarez. So now Suarez in command. Lucen has to try to come across the plate here, and with the guy trying to bunt, you would normally give it up to try to get the out. So Suarez taps each end of the plate. He screws his back leg into the dirt a little bit to try to get a little more traction. He'll show bunt early on again. Here's the 2-0, and that one's bunted out and fouled off. So hit the bottom of the bat and goes skipping back into the fence. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Gabe Suarez. Gabe Suarez is suited up for 21 minor league franchises, including 9 independent teams. He did not play in the 2014 season, but he played for El Paso, the Diablos, back in 2013. He also played for the Long Island Ducks that year. He last played affiliated baseball back in 2012 for the Great Lakes Loons of the Midwest League. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Bunt shown again, and that one's bunted foul. So Suarez can't get the bunt down, and now he's looking at a 2-2 count. Nobody out. Runners at first and second base. And Suarez looking at the third base coach, Carlos Lescano, going through a set of signs. And we'll see if Suarez is told to lay down another bunt. Suarez slowly getting back into the batter's box as Brian Peterson is still putting on his catcher's mask. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The shortstop and the second baseman playing back at double play depth, but both the corners are moving in. The 2-2 pitch swung on. Nope, that's actually bunted at. Lucen will grab it. He'll have to run over to first base. Taylor's there to cover. He'll underhand toss to Taylor and get the out over at first. Everybody else moves up. So Gabe Suarez laying down the bunt with 2 strikes, and he lays down the sacrifice there, and it goes 1-4 on the putout for the first out in the inning, and that's going to move runners up to second and third, and we'll head up to the top of the order for Michael Gonzalez. So Gonzalez will get a chance with 2 runners in scoring position. Gonzalez on the year. He has 28 RBIs. 1-0 Joplin, but they're threatening once again. Lucen was able to dive out of big trouble back in the first inning. Only allowed 1 run after he walked the bases loaded and hit a batter. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and popped foul. Up and over to the right. Michael Gonzalez is 0 for 2 so far tonight against starting pitcher Matt Lucen. Gonzalez this year with runners in scoring position. He's batting .308 in these situations. He's got 22 RBIs. No balls and 1 strike. Infield playing in for the Lemurs. The pitch. Another breaking ball swung on, hit high in the air into left field. Chris Elder drifting back. He'll come in a little bit. The runner tags at third. Glasser's coming home. Here comes the throw. It's a little bit offline, and that's going to allow the run to score. It's 2-0 Joplin. Jesus Solorzano hangs in at second base. So a sac fly to left field scores a run, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. So 2-0 Joplin, and the number 2 hitter, Yasir Gomez, coming up to the plate. Jairo Perez is on deck. Two runs on 4 hits for the Joplin Blasters. And Gomez into the batter's box. He's got a base hit tonight. He picked one up in his last at bat. He's officially 1 for 1. He walked back in the first inning and came in and scored the run. Here's a chopper up to where a shortstop normally would be, but it sneaks through into center field. Coming home is Solorzano. There's going to be no throw, and Solorzano scores. It's now 3-0 Joplin. So just a seeing-eye single there by Yasir Gomez. And normally the shortstop would be playing there. He'd be able to get to that spot and make that play, but for some reason, J.U.D. Valdez was playing a little bit farther towards left field, or pulled over towards the bag at third, I should say. And that allows the ball to go through the infield for a base hit. So the Lemurs just happen to be placing J.U.D. Valdez a little bit over to the left, then up the middle. So it's 3-0 on 5 hits for the Blasters, and Jairo Perez coming up to the plate. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. That'll get up and over the ballpark. So Yasir Gomez now at first base, and Jairo Perez at the plate. Gomez on the season with 2 stolen bases. It's highly advised not to try to steal on Brian Peterson, but you see guys do it from time to time. And a pickoff attempt over at first base, and back in easily is Yasir Gomez. Lucen gets the sign from Peterson. Peterson will set up a little bit outside. Here's the 0-1, and that one swung on and fouled away. A high fastball to Jairo Perez, and he went swinging wildly at it and fouls it off. So no balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Lemurs are not away from getting out of this thing. But 2 runs in to score so far here in the bottom of the 4th. Lemurs now need to get their bats going. Here's the 0-2 delivery. And the pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. Look out. That one was fouled back up into the screen very quickly. And a late emergency swing there by the batter, Jairo Perez. Matt Lucen holds the ball behind his back. He cradles that mitt next to his chest where it says Lemurs. And the 0-2, the runner goes. The pitch is swung on and lined where J.U.D. Valdez used to be. It's into left center field for a hit. Yasir Gomez will go over to third base. J.U.D. Valdez broke to cover second base, and that's exactly where the ball was hit, where Valdez was. And a base hit for Jairo Perez. Yasir Gomez goes out to third. That puts runners at the corners now for the Joplin Blasters, and Jake Taylor coming up to the plate. I don't think that was a hit and run. I just think it happened to work out that way, where things happened to be perfect that time for the Joplin Blasters, with Valdez trying to cover the bag over at second base, and the ball just gets through behind him. 2 outs in the inning still, and a 3-0 lead for the Blasters, and Jake Taylor going to step into the batter's box. He has walked and struck out tonight. He waves the bat over the plate a couple of times. Into a deep crouch he goes. With runners at the corners, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, a fastball. Jake Taylor had to come out of his crouch a little bit to try to catch up to that one. Probably not a good idea if you have to try to elevate your body while you're swinging the bat. It usually won't work out too well for you. If you go into one of those crouches, you usually want the ball below the hands. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up down the right field line. That'll get out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is probably more like to what Jake Taylor likes to see. As a pitch a little bit lower in the zone. It's never easy when you have to elevate your body to try to hit the ball, and that's what he tried to do with that first one. Jake Taylor out of Moreno Valley, California. But he went to Missouri Southern University. Played for Grand Prairie back in 2011. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung and another fly ball to right, and that's going to get out of play again. So no balls and 2 strikes. 3-0 Joplin. They have 3 runs on 6 hits. The Lemurs still hanging tight with 1 hit on the night. They're looking to get the bats fired up here. And remember, the Lemurs haven't lost in this ballpark. They have won all 4 games here. And Joplin's trying to change that tonight. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball away, a slider from Lucen. Omar Luna is on deck. The Lemurs trying to end it right here and right now. Lucen stares in, gets the sign, and he'll deal on the 1-2 pitch, a curveball that stays up. Wasn't a very sharp curveball there by Matt Lucen, so we'll get the ball back and get ready to throw again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jake Taylor with 8 home runs on the season. He has 40 RBIs for this club. The 2-2 pitch, a high fastball. Look out there. Back in 2012 and 2013, Jake Taylor was with Sioux Falls. Nearly all of 2014 was St. Paul. In 2014, he had 223. Scratch that, he had 223 at bats. He hit 283 that year with 9 homers and 34 RBIs. In 2013 was Sioux Falls. He batted 266 with 5 long balls. Here comes the full count pitch. The runner from first will go. The pitch is swung on and slashed foul down the left field line. 3 balls and 2 strikes again. So once again, we'll see Jairo Perez take off on the pitch as he goes back over to first base. So with runners at the corners, the runner from first will be moving. And there he goes, the 3-2, swung and a ground ball over to the left side. J.D. Valdez is in front of it. The shortstop will throw over to first base. It's in time to get the out, and that'll finally do it for the Joplin Blasters. But in the inning, they come up with 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. We're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. The Lemurs are down 3-0. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
All right, the Lemurs are down 3-0 as we move on to the top of the 5th inning. The Lemurs need some runs here. Dustin Geiger coming up to the plate. Luis Torino's holding tight tonight. Let's go and take a look at the scoreboard from around the American Association. We'll bring you up to date on what's going on in the rest of the league. As Dustin Geiger gets ready to step into the batter's box, he walked in his first at bat of the night. And Chorinos will throw home, and that one is a fastball inside. So here we go, around the rest of the league. We'll start off in Lincoln with the Salt Dogs playing the Sioux City Explorers. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Sioux City's up 5-1. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball in, 2 balls and no strikes. Amarillo and Winnipeg, they're delayed due to rain. It's 1-0 Winnipeg. And during those delays, they do not tell us what inning they're in, but it's 1-0 Winnipeg right now. The 2-0. A fastball in the inside corner, right between the belt and the knee. So 2 balls and 1 strike. It's 3-0 here. Joplin in the lead. Fargo's up 3-1 over Grand Prairie. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. That game being played up in Fargo. And the 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball swung on, popped up. That'll get back up here. And it might go up on top of the stadium. And yeah, it does. It'll land on top of the roof. Kansas City and Sioux Falls, they're in a barn burner right now. They're playing in Sioux Falls, and it's a 4-4 tie in the bottom of the 4th. Jackals 4, Wichita 1, top of the 8th inning. That's a good score for the Laredo Lemurs and the Joplin Blasters, both of them chasing the Wichita Wingnuts in the South Division. Wichita last night came back to win. They were down 2-0 in the 9th inning and came back to win that game against the New Jersey Jackals. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball low from Luis Chorinos. And your final score tonight, St. Paul and Gary, no score. They're in the top of the 5th inning. The Gary South Shore Railcats are going to be coming in here to take on the Joplin Blasters after we leave. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Geiger. The pitch. A called strike 3. That one painted on the inside part of the plate. Geiger thought that was ball 4. He started heading down towards first base. And the home plate umpire, Brian Child, rung him up. That's the 4th strikeout tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. And Juan Silverio coming up to the plate. Yeah, so Gary's going to be coming in here for the first time after we leave. We're going to be going home, and the Lemurs will have a day off on Saturday, and then we'll be right back at it on Sunday. So Sioux Falls Canaries are going to be coming in to take on the Laredo Lemurs. The first pitch to Silverio, a fastball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. 3-0 Joplin. And the Lemurs will see Sioux Falls for the first time this season, and they're going to be playing them at home. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is low and outside. So just a little preview about the Sioux Falls Canaries for you. They have some former Lemurs on that club. Jeremy Strawn and Tyler Pearson. I believe they're both still playing up there in Sioux Falls. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one is inside. That's ball 3 to Juan Silverio. Sioux Falls on the season not doing well. They're 25-38 right now. They have lost 2 in a row, and they're 3-7 over their last 10 ball games. They're in the North Division. The 3-0 pitch. That's called a strike on the outer third of the plate. So Silverio will come back. He's going to be looking at a 3-1 count. 1 down in the top of the 5th inning. 3-0 Joplin. Now, kind of weird for Sioux Falls. They were down playing against Amarillo earlier. And they also played against Wichita. The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. So they stopped in Wichita. They came down from Sioux Falls, stopped in Wichita. This was just last week. And then they played Amarillo and then went all the way home for the 2 days off that we had on Monday and Tuesday in the American Association. Then they're playing a series now, and then they're going to have to come all the way back down to Laredo to start things off. So a long trip for them. The 3-2 pitch swung on and chopped foul. So once again, the American Association strikes with the long travel schedule. And this time it's going to affect the Sioux Falls Canaries. It's going to affect us later on. We're going to go to Sioux Falls from Laredo after a homestand. So we're going to go from Laredo to Sioux Falls and then down to Wichita and then home for one of the road trips in August. The 3-2 pitch swung on and a liner foul. Look out down the right field line. There's a big party deck down the right field line, and a lot of people not paying attention. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Once again to Juan Silverio. So just looking at the roster for Sioux Falls, yeah, they still have Tyler Pearson, a former Lemur. He was an all-star for the Lemurs last year. And the 3-2, swung on a ground ball, hopped up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. That one went right through the glove of Luis Chorinos almost. And now taking off for second base is Silverio. Here comes the throw. He slides in safely. And there must have been a misplay out there by the center fielder, Gabe Suarez. And we'll see if it's going to be a single and an error or just a straight double. I would think a single and an error. I'll wait to see what goes up on the scoreboard, but that'll bring Brian Peterson up to the plate. And there is indeed going to be an error on the play. So an error on the center fielder and a base hit for Silverio. Second hit on the night for the Laredo Lemurs. Luis Chorinos has been holding the Lemurs at bay. You know, you would look at this game and you would think the Laredo Lemurs would be licking their chops to get up there to hit against Luis Chorinos, knowing his background and what the Lemurs have done against him in the past. But right now he has settled in and is pitching nicely, but gives up a base hit right there, and Juan Silverio takes advantage and goes to second base. So if Brian Peterson can come up with a big hit here as he sees a fastball in there for a strike, the Laredo Lemurs can do some damage and try to get up on the scoreboard. It's no balls and 1 strike to Peterson. Peterson hit into a double play in his last at bat. So also on the Sioux Falls Canaries is Jeremy Strawn. He was a Lemur last year. The 0-1 pitch, and that one swung on and grounded foul, and that one's hit off the leg of Brian Peterson. So a foul ball as Peterson crumbles to the ground after fouling that ball off of his leg. But he's right back up, so that's good. Yeah, Jeremy Strawn was a Rookie of the Year last year. He ended up going 9-0 for the Lemurs last season, so he'll be coming into town with the Sioux Falls Canaries, and I believe that's it. for former Lemurs on that club. I'm looking around. Yep, that's all the guys that they have. They did have Harrison Kane on that club, but he has been moved over to the Wichita Wingnuts. So we're looking forward to seeing Harrison Kane come back into town, but he's already visited us. The Lemurs saw him when he was with Wichita. 3-0 Joplin. Here in Joplin, Missouri at Joe Becker Stadium as Brian Peterson awaits his 0-2 pitch. Chirinos checks on second. He'll deliver. That is a check swing by Peterson, and Brian Child will ring him up, and that'll be strike 3 for Peterson. Peterson asking home plate umpire to at least check down to first base before ringing me up. Chris Elder coming up to the plate. Chris Elder walked in his first and only at bat so far tonight. So 3-0 Joplin. Elder working his way into the batter's box from the left side. The Lemurs looking for their third base hit of the night. Here's the pitch to Elder. That's in there for a strike, a breaking ball. Elder, while he was with the Grand Prairie Airhogs, picked up 16 RBIs through 59 at-bats. No balls and one strike. Chirinos taking a long time to get the signs here. No balls and one strike. Chirinos out of the stretch. He'll deliver. The runner goes. The pitch is low and outside. Carlos Ramirez tried to backhand it as he was trying to make the catch to get up and throw over to third base. But a stolen base there for Juan Silverio. So Elder looking at a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Elder looks very relaxed in the batter's box. Looks like he's been in there plenty of times. He's very comfortable. Runner at third base, and the 1-1 pitch. Swung in a liner into right field. Moving over is Jesus Solorzano. He'll reach out on the run and make the catch, and that'll do it for the Laredo Lemurs. Well, Elder hit the ball well, but Solorzano was able to run it down pretty easily. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th inning. After this one, there was no runs on a hit, 1 error, and 1 left. To the bottom of the 5th we go, 3-0 Joplin.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the honey mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. Sweet and savory. It's a perfect mix.
Try the new honey mustard Whata Chicken Club.
Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
All right, a new pitcher in for the Laredo Lemurs. Kind of a surprise here. Matt Lucen gives up 3 runs on 6 hits through 4 innings and exits the ball game. But he did walk a few batters here this evening. I'll give you his line score here in a second. But Cody Kendall into the ball game, and he'll throw a low and away. for his first pitch of the game. This is only the second appearance for Cody Kendall in a Lemurs uniform. And he'll wind and throw. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, chopped over to the second baseman. On the second hop, Kevin Taylor will field it. He'll throw over to first base, and that'll do it for Omar Luna. 4-3 put out there and 1 down, and Carlos Ramirez coming up to the plate. It's 3-0 Joplin right now. Cody Kendall last pitched against Wichita for the Laredo Lemurs when he made his debut with Laredo. He pitched in 2 innings, did not allow a run on 1 hit. He struck out 2 batters. And he was drafted by the Texas Rangers back in the 8th round of 2012. So he's just recently released from the Rangers organization. Here's Carlos Ramirez taking a fastball outside for a strike. I should say on the outside corner for a strike. So Cody Kendall works out of the windup. And he'll throw home with a late kick in the deal. And that one is low for a ball. 3-0 Joplin Blasters. They picked up a run in the first and grabbed 2 more in the 4th. We sit in the bottom of the 5th inning right now. And the wind and the deal. The 1-1 is high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, so Kendall drafted by the Rangers in the 8th round back in 2012 at California State University, Fresno. He was a Bulldog. He started in the Rangers organization. The 2-1 pitch, swung in a ground ball up the third baseline, foul. And he started with their low A affiliate in Spokane, Washington, and played for the Hickory Crawdads, the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, and the Frisco Rough Riders. He also played for the AAA club, the Round Rock Express. While he was with the Rangers, he posted a record of 14 wins and 13 losses and a 2.55 ERA through 105 games, all out of the bullpen. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. Now it's up and over the screen and gets back into the stands. So the ball is rolling around still, and some kids trying to grab that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ramirez. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's a big breaking ball that stays up high. Yeah, Kendall pitched in 172 2/3 innings, giving up 68 runs and 49 earned runs with 56 walks and 116 strikeouts throughout his time with the Rangers. The 3-2 pitch swung in a liner up the third baseline, foul. Ramirez just got that one a little bit foul up the third baseline. And Cody Kendall struck out 116 batters in his time with the Rangers. He had a strikeout ratio of 6, strikeout per 9 innings, that is, and a strikeout to walk ratio of 2.07. The 3-2 pitch, low, ball 4. So a walk delivered here to Carlos Ramirez. So here's the Matt Lucen line. He goes 4 innings, gives up 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4. He ended up hitting 1 batter, and that 1 batter ended up bringing home a run back in the first inning. The bases were loaded at the time when Matt Lucen hit Omar Luna in the hand. And here comes Mitch Glasser. He's 1 for 2 in the game. So runner at first base for the Joplin Blasters. They're up 3-0. And Glasser into the batter's box. Bottom of 5. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner. So that's a little bit about Cody Kendall. Like I said, he made it up to AAA ball. Played in the Pacific Coast League with the Round Rock Express. That's always exciting. He'll come set at the belt, out of the stretch, and he delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, and I believe that's fouled off of the leg of Mitch Glasser. That one really came boring in on his hands, and he ends up fouling it off, and he'll do the hop after that one. That probably did not feel very good. Looks like he's in a lot of pain. Now the trainer's going to come out of the dugout just to check up on him. Wants to make sure everything's okay before we continue play. And Brian Peterson is up there talking things over with Cody Kendall. It's his left leg as he's trying to stretch it out and get some life back into it. He even has a leg brace on his lead leg, which is his left leg. And it might have hit a little bit higher than where the leg brace covers. It might have hit up underneath his knee area. No balls and 2 strikes to Glasser. So Brian Peterson back behind the plate for the Laredo Lemurs. And taking the lead at first base once again is Carlos Ramirez. Glasser still trying to shake a leg right now. So Glasser, after a deep breath, is back into the batter's box. And if you're Cody Kendall, you got to throw something low and inside here. If it's a strike on the inside corner, more than likely Glasser will not be swinging. Here's the 0-2. Swung and fouled away. He went up. He elevated the ball that time. Well, some pitchers in the Player of the Week. The pitcher and Player of the Week were named in the American Association. We're getting to it kind of late. I know it's already Thursday, but with a couple of days off, it kind of went by the wayside, but I wanted to share it with you. The Kansas City T-Bones infielder Ryan Cavan earns the Point Street Player of the Week honors for the week ending on July 26th. Here's the 0-2, swung on a line drive, ground ball into left field. That'll be a base hit. Runners at first and second base. Mitch Glasser will head up to first, and Jesus Solorzano is going to be the next batter. Yeah, Cavan collected a hit in all 7 games during the week. He ended up going 17 for 29 with 3 doubles and a home run and 4 RBIs. And he lifted the T-Bones to 3 victories during the week. On the season, Cavan batting .351 with 18 doubles and 4 homers and 28 RBIs. He was a 16th round draft choice by the San Francisco Giants back in 2009, and he played in their system for 5 years. Here's Jesus Solorzano. He'll swing and ground one over to the shortstop, Valdez. Valdez will flip to Taylor for one. Over to first base. It's not going to be in time. Hustling things out was Jesus Solorzano, so the Lemurs get 1 out at second base. The 6-4 put out there. That'll be the second out of the inning, and Jesus Solorzano is safe on the fielder's choice. So here's Gabe Suarez. Yeah, Ryan Cavan reached as high as AA ball, where he spent the entire 2012 season with the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Yeah, that's the name of a baseball team, the Richmond Flying Squirrels. In his best season back in 2013, when he had .311 over 86 games with Class A Advanced San Jose. Here's the pitch. That one swung and missed by the batter Suarez. 2 down in the inning, a 3-0 lead for Joplin. Cavan spent the 2014 season with the Southern Illinois Miners in the Frontier League before joining the American Association back in 2015. And we have an update on Ryan Cavan, a weird update as well. Here's the 0-1. The runner from first goes. The pitch is swung and a miss. The throw down to second base is not going to be there. In fact, it was a little bit offline, so stealing a bag is Jesus Solorzano. Now runners at second and third for Joplin with 2 down. A 3-0 lead for the Blasters, and they're trying to score a couple more. Yeah, Ryan Cavan, we found out today, after his Player of the Week honors, his Kansas City T-Bones team doing well, and him actually being the number 2 hitter in the American Association right now. He retires today. The 0-2 pitch, a looper down the right field line, foul. So kind of an odd situation there. He ends up being the Player of the Week, and we noticed here that his name is X'd out on the American Association stats with that .351 batting average. So that usually means he was picked up by an affiliated team. When we did some investigative reporting and found out that Cavan actually retired. All of a sudden, just abruptly like that, doing the best he can. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball swung on a miss, strike 3. And that's going to do it for the Joplin Blasters. A nice pitch there by Cody Kendall. In the inning, there were no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We're going to go to the top of the 6th. The Lemurs need some runs. They're down 3-0.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
All right, the Lemurs coming up to the plate. They're down 3-0. It's 3 runs on 7 hits for Joplin. They've made an error. The Lemurs are no runs on 2 hits tonight, so they've been held off balance by Luis Torino so far tonight. Jehudi Valdez will start, followed by Ty Morrison, and then Devontre Richardson will be coming up to the plate. And Torino's up on the hill, ready to go as he cradles the mitt next to his chest. Works out of the stretch with nobody on. And the throw home is high for a ball. So we gave you the player of the week in the American Association. We need to get you the pitcher of the week. And it's a guy that we will not face in this series. It's Nestor Molina from the Joplin Blasters, a right-handed pitcher. He earned the Point Streak Pitcher of the Week honors for last week, the 1-0. Fastball on the inside part of the plate there, Jehudi Valdez, a 1-1 count. Yeah, Molina becomes the first Blaster to win the weekly award since Joplin joined the league this year. He tossed 14 shutout innings across 2 starts during the week, picking up a win and striking out 12 batters while only walking 1 batter. 1 ball and 1 strike to Valdez. The catcher Ramirez sets up away. Here's the pitch, a breaking ball. Called a strike on the inside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Molina's first start of the week last Tuesday ended up coming against the Laredo Lemurs. He blanked the Lemurs over 8 innings, but the Lemurs came back and won the ball game. In the late innings there in the bottom of the 9th, Molina scouted 4 hits and struck out 7 and did not walk a batter in that game. The 1-2 pitch, low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the Blasters ended up losing that game 1-0 to Laredo. Molina bounced back to earn a win on Sunday, working 6 innings and a 5-0 win over Grand Prairie. He allowed 5 hits and 1 walk and racked up 5 strikeouts. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung in a chopper up the middle. That's going to lay flat and be a base hit now. It kind of took a couple of chops and then hit some part in the grass and decided to lay flat on the ground. But nonetheless, it rolls through for a single. The Lemurs have a base hit to start it off. Ty Morrison will come up to the plate now for Laredo. So a good start here in the top of the 6th inning for the Laredo Lemurs. They're down 3 right now. Gibby Villacuellar for the Lemurs going through a set of signs. Probably not too much to give right now. Lemurs just looking for some hits. So on the season, Molina, the pitcher of the week, is now 6-3 with a 2.25 ERA. Bunt shown and bunted out. That's bunted fair, and Ramirez is going to go to second base. The ball gets on 1 hop, and it goes through the shortstop, Marco Gonzalez. Everybody's going to move up as Ty Morrison is going to go into second, and going up to third is Jehudi Valdez. So that's going to be an error on Carlos Ramirez trying to throw the ball to second base to get the out. And Ty Morrison will reach on the fielder's choice, and he'll end up at second base. So another error on the Blasters. And Devontre Richardson coming up to the plate. So the Lemurs are in business with runners at second and third and nobody out. They're down by 3. Yeah, Molina 6-3 with a 2.25 ERA over 13 starts this season. He's the first season in independent baseball after 6 seasons in affiliated ball here in the United States with the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago White Sox. The first pitch to Devontre Richardson hits him in the shoulder, so that's immediately going to load the bases for the Laredo Lemurs. A pitch up and in to Devontre Richardson, and now the Lemurs are really in business with the bases juiced, and Kevin Taylor coming up to the plate. So the Joplin Blasters have just opened up the door and invited the Laredo Lemurs in. Let's see if the Lemurs will walk through that door or not. So here's Taylor getting ready to step into the batter's box. Lemurs down by 3, and there's 3 runners on base right now, and now timeout's being called. Luis Torinos wants to talk things over with Carlos Ramirez. The Lemurs this year with the bases loaded as a team batting .206. That is not a good team batting average with the bases loaded. In fact, you look up and down here and you see a lot of zeros for the Laredo Lemurs coming with the bases loaded so far this year. And really, that's been one of their things that they need to pick up moving forward, is bringing home runners with runners in scoring position. Well, a chance to do it right now for the Laredo Lemurs as Kevin Taylor into the batter's box. He's had 8 at-bats with the bases loaded this season. He's batting 125. Here's the pitch. A fastball in the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. So we'll see if the Lemurs can strike here. Chorinos sets, he'll deal, and a fastball swung on, chopped up to the second baseman, charging the ball. Glasser's not going to have a play at first base. The run comes in from third for the Laredo Lemurs. Glasser was heading towards first just in case the first baseman broke in. He was going to have an opportunity to cover the bag, but then he had to rearrange himself and come after the ball. So an infield single for the Laredo Lemurs number 3 hitter. And Jayudi Valdez comes in to score a run. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Joplin Blasters. Kevin Taylor gets himself a single and an RBI for his efforts. And now there's going to be a visit from the manager, and that might be it for Luis Chorinos. Carlos Lescano going to come out and talk things over. We'll see if there's any action down in the Blasters bullpen. A little bit hard to see. In fact, I don't even know where the Blasters bullpen is. This newer ballpark here, they're kind of hiding. Lescano going to head back into the dugout and not make a change right now. 3-1 Blasters, and the big man for the Lemurs coming up to the plate, Dennis Phipps. Dennis Phipps on the year with the bases loaded is 0 for 7. He does not have a hit with the bases loaded this season. And when your number 4 man, or he's batting the 3 spot before as well, but when he is 0 for 7 in these situations, you can tell that is definitely painful. So let's see if the Lemurs can strike. They're down by 2. The pitch swung on and a pop-up over to the right side. Moving back, Glasser underneath it. He'll make the catch. Dennis Phipps hits a little pop-up to the second baseman, Mitch Glasser, and that'll create the first out of the inning. And Phipps swinging at the first pitch that he sees in this at-bat. That was an infield fly, by the way. So now coming up to the plate is Dustin Geiger. See if Geiger can do some damage. Geiger doesn't have a whole lot to go off of with the bases loaded with the Laredo Lemurs. He is 0 for 2, so he hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities. Remember, Geiger has not played for the Lemurs for the full season. He spent a lot of time with the Wichita Wingnuts earlier this year. 3-1 Blasters. Top of 6. The pitch swung and missed. A fastball inside. That one might have been a little bit off the plate. Juan Silverio is going to be coming up next. Well, as long as Geiger doesn't hit into a double play ball here, Silverio, who comes up big in these situations, will have an opportunity to hit. The 0-1. Low and inside. A check swing. They'll check with the first base umpire. He did not. An even count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Geiger. Geiger with a walk back in the second. He struck out looking back in the 5th inning. This is the second game of a 3-game set between these two clubs. They will play one more time tomorrow night. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A fastball low and in. So make it a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Geiger. Geiger's going to step out of the batter's box and tighten up his batting gloves, rearrange his elbow guard. And he's ready to go again. The Lemurs have Morrison at third, Richardson at second, Taylor over at first base. Bases juiced for Laredo with 1 down. The 1-2 kick and throw, a breaking ball inside, and that hits Geiger. That's going to bring home a run for the Laredo Lemurs. It's now 3-2 in favor of Laredo. And a run comes in to score, so a benefit there for the Lemurs. And Juan Silverio is going to bat with 1 out in the bases loaded. Everybody else moves up for the Lemurs. So here's Silverio, a big hitter for the Laredo Lemurs with runners in scoring position. Silverio with the bases loaded, batting .364, and he has a grand slam. The pitch, he swings here and fouls it off. So he went right after that first pitch, even though it seemed to be a little bit in off of the plate. Silverio overall on the season for the Laredo Lemurs, having a good year. Silverio batting .270 with 37 RBIs, no balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, swung in a ground ball to the third baseman. Perez has it, he'll flip to second for 1, over to first base. It's a double play, And that's going to end the inning. That is the third time tonight that the Lemurs have hit into a double play against the Blasters starting pitcher, Luis Chirinos. So he does a magic trick and works out of the inning, but the Lemurs do score 2 here. They get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error, and the bases were left with 2 runners on after the double play ball. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 3-2 Joplin.
You want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs, now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
All right, to the top of the order we go for the Blasters. Cody Kendall staying in the game for the Laredo Lemurs. He'll throw a strike to Gonzalez. 3-2 the score. Joplin in the lead. The Lemurs put up 2 runs there in the top of the 6th inning, but are not able to bring any more home, and the bases were loaded when Silverio hit into the double play. The next pitch, a breaking ball, misses high and in. So the Lemurs come up a little bit short there, but they're a little bit closer now. They're only down by a run. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Cody Kendall up there on the hill. He'll wind and throw, and that is a sweeping breaking ball that misses low and away. So these 2 teams playing tough against each other here. Last night's game was a 1-0 final for the Laredo Lemurs, and today's game a tight one, a 3-2 ball game right now. The pitch, swung on in a high fly ball to left, but very far out of play. So another ball will be put into play. Two balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff man. Michael Gonzalez on the day is 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung in a liner foul at the third baseline. Yeah, Michael Gonzalez hit a sac fly back in the 4th inning that drove in a run. He brought home Mitch Glasser from third base on that play. Cody Kendall stands right in the middle of the plate up there on the hill. Or I should say the rubber. As he'll wind and throw on the 2-2 pitch. Swung in a chopper over to the left side. It's by Silverio, but Valdez is there. He grabs it. He throws on a hop over to first base, and it's not going to be in time. Michael Gonzalez will reach on a base hit. Jayudi Valdez trying to range deep into the hole there. He was lucky enough to come up with the ball. Then he had to make a perfect throw, and it was on 1 hop to Geiger. I believe the ball hit Michael Gonzalez, the runner going to first base. And that kept it in play for the Laredo Lemurs. So a base hit for Michael Gonzalez with nobody out. And coming up to the plate now is Yasier Gomez. Gomez with 2 hits in the game. He has an RBI. Lemurs are down by a run. Gomez back in the 1st inning. He scored the run that got the Blasters off and going in this ball game. He walked and then was brought home when Omar Luna was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. So a runner at first base and nobody out. Cody Kendall out of the stretch. The runner goes. The pitch is high. The throw down to second base is not in time. A late sweeping tag there by Jayudi Valdez. And Michael Gonzalez now at 30 stolen bases on the season. 1 ball and no strikes to the batter, Yasier Gomez. Jairo Perez is on deck, and a little breeze right there that feels very good. Blowing across the field and into the press box. 1 ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 delivery. Bunt shown, bunted at up the third base line. Silverio grabbing it. He'll throw over to first base. It's in time to get the out at first. But on the play, Michael Gonzalez will head up to third base. A small ball here for the Joplin Blasters. A sac bunt by Yasier Gomez, and it goes 5-4 in the book. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. And here comes Jairo Perez up to the plate. So Perez, the number 3 hitter, he's 1 for 2 on the evening. He walked back in the first, grounded out to short, and then singled in the 4th inning. Get you some big league scores. See what's going on in the major leagues tonight. Of course, you might be watching to see who's being traded around the big leagues. And here's the pitch. A fastball on the inside corner to Jairo Perez. So in the big leagues, the Philadelphia Phillies and Atlanta Braves are playing ball. Phillies up 4-1 in the top of the 9th inning. Going into the 8th, Detroit's up 9-7 over Baltimore. And the 0-1 delivery. Here's the pitch. That is another fastball on the inside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Boston 7, the White Sox 2. And the Cincinnati Reds big over the Pittsburgh Pirates, 14-2 in that one. No balls and 2 strikes. The infield playing in for the Lemurs. The pitch is swung on and fouled off at the plate. Rockies and Cardinals tied up at 6 apiece. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're playing in St. Louis. Another tie. The Yankees and Rangers are tied up at 5 apiece. They're in the bottom of the 6th. No balls and 2 strikes to Jairo Perez. Runner at third base and 1 out. The pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen. Brewers over the Cubbies 2-0. That game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Angels and Astros no score. They're in the bottom of the 6th. Twins 8, Mariners 5, bottom of the 5th inning. And the Oakland A's and Cleveland Indians will start play here shortly. Got a couple of finals for you as well from around Major League Baseball. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one is high. Might have been a little bit outside as well. Nonetheless, a 2-2 count. Lemurs are down by a run here as we sit in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lemurs have the infield in with a runner at third base for the Joplin Blasters. Cody Kendall sets at the belt. He'll deliver on the 2-2. Swung on and tapped foul. So here's the finals for you from MLB. Padres 8, Mets 7. They were playing in New York. The Washington Nationals beat the Miami Marlins today 1-0. Jonathan Papelbon got into the ball game, a recent acquisition for the Washington Nationals from the Philadelphia Phillies. Blue Jays beat the Kansas City Royals 5-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on in a little blooping liner into right field. That's going to fall for a hit. And coming in to score from third base is Michael Gonzalez. It's a 4-2 ball game for the Joplin Blasters. And Jairo Perez with an inside-out base hit over to right field. That'll bring up Jake Taylor to the plate. So the Lemurs are down 2 after scratching out 2 runs in the top of the inning. And they give a run back here in the bottom of the inning. That'll bring Jake Taylor up to the plate. Taylor walked back in the first, struck out, and then grounded out. Here's the first pitch to him. He swings and hits a couple of hopper over to the shortstop, Valdez. Valdez throws to Taylor for 1. Over to first base. That's a double play. And that'll do it for the Joplin Blasters. But they strike again. They score a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left after the double play ball. We're going to the 7th. The Lemurs are down 2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'd get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with the Laredo Lemurs pregame show. Thanks for joining us for the Laredo Lemurs.
All right, well, we're obviously not done, but we'll go ahead and keep going. Sorry about that. Did not hear that. Anyway, cut and back to action here. Lemurs are down 4-2. Brian Peterson going to step into the batter's box for the Laredo Lemurs, and a new pitcher in for the Joplin Blasters. Sam Agnew-Whelan taking over on the hill. So he'll come in and try to preserve the lead for the Joplin Blasters, and the Lemurs will try to disrupt that. Here's the pitch to Brian Peterson. He takes a strike on the fastball, on the outside corner. Sam Agnew-Whelan with a record of 3 wins and 1 losses. A 4.69 ERA through 15 games. He'll go into the wind, and the pitch on the 0-1 swung and fouled back into the screen by Peterson. Agnew-Whelan has thrown in 23 innings, has struck out 20 batters, has walked 10, and has given up 28 base hits. He last pitched against the Lemurs in Laredo on the 20th of July. Pitched in an inning, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, so the Lemurs have gotten to Sam Agnew-Whelan before. Bottom of the order up here for the Lemurs, 7-8-9. Here's the 0-2. Low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Peterson. Lemurs down 4-2. The Blasters picked up a run in the first, 2 runs in the fourth. The Lemurs grabbed 2 runs in the 6th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the delivery from Agnew-Whelan. Called strike 3, placed on the outside corner. And Peterson goes down looking. He has struck out twice in tonight's ball game. And coming up to the plate is going to be Chris Elder. So Elder will try to spark the offense for the Laredo Lemurs. The pitching line for Chirinos goes like this, the starting pitcher for the Blasters. He pitched in 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were earned. He walked 3 and struck out 5. Here's the pitch to Elder. Elder will take a fastball away. 1 ball and no strikes. One ball and no strikes. And Agnew-Whelan, the righty, throws home, and that one is swung on and missed. Sam Agnew-Whelan currently in his 3rd season of professional baseball. This is his first year in indie ball. He was signed by the Blasters back on June 9th. He's 23 years old and a native of Marietta, Georgia. He attended Wheeler High School in Marietta. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul over by the Lemurs dugout. Agnew-Whelan started his college career at Georgia State, then transferred over to Middle Georgia State College, that's a JUCO, before finishing up his career at Appalachian State University. They're a Division AA D1 SoCon school. He was drafted out of Appy State in the 23rd round by the New York Yankees back in 2013. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He'll throw home. Swung on and fouled back into the screen. 2013 was Agnew Whelan's senior season. He pitched in 15 games that year, posted a 7-6 record and a 5.15 ERA. He spent both the 2013 and 2014 season with the Staten Island Yankees in the Yankees system. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and that's tapped foul again. Agnew Whelan started the 2015 season with the Mount Rainier Professional Baseball League, and he pitched for the Oregon City Mud Turtles in Oregon City, Oregon, a league that apparently went under pretty quickly. They didn't have a whole lot of money to start that independent league. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Agnew Whelan against the Laredo Lemurs. It's 4-2. Joplin right now. We're in the top of the 7th inning. And Jehudi Valdez will be the next batter for the Laredo Lemurs. 4 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors by Joplin. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors tonight by the Laredo Lemurs. Yeah, so Agnew Whelan played for the Oregon City Mud Turtles. And like I said, they didn't last too long out there. A lot of independent leagues come up and go very, very quickly. It's hard to fund them, and that's why what makes the American Association so good. Here's the pitch, a strike on the outside corner. It's not easy to get the money going. I mean, you got to pay the players, you got to pay the coaches, you got to pay the training staff, you got to pay the umpires, you got to pay all the people that work at these ballparks. There's a lot of money that goes into this stuff. Even if you're playing in a small independent league like the Oregon City Mud Turtles did. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and a grounder foul over by the on-deck circle. Ty Morrison almost got clipped there. Morrison looking right over at Jehudi Valdez going, what are you doing? Now he's going to back up a little bit. Yeah, he tells Valdez, he points out to the field, he says, hey, hit it out there, my friend. I don't need one coming over here like that again. Well, the Lemurs dugout very close to the playing field. And the 0-2 pitch outside for a ball, just barely. I mean, this ballpark is very small. The fans are right on top of the field. The Lemurs players is probably, I would say, maybe 30 feet or less between first base and the dugout. So not a lot of room to work with over there. The 1-2 delivery. That one is just outside, a close pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Brian Child hearing a little business, I'm sure, from the Joplin Blasters dugout after that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now Jehudi Valdez saw Agnew Whelan starting the wind, and he said, that's a little too fast for me. I need a little bit more time. So he'll step out of the batter's box and right back in. And the 2-2 kick and throw is swung on, and that's a grounded foul. Right between the legs of Jehudi Valdez. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. 2 batters have struck out here for the Laredo Lemurs in the top of the 7th. Valdez kicking some dirt with his right foot. He's relaxing now. We'll wave the bat over the plate and come ready to hit. Agnew Whelan into the full windup. The 2-2 pitch, a breaking ball low and outside. Sweeping slider there from Agnew Whelan, and now the count is run full to Jehudi Valdez. So a full count. And Agnew Whelan holds the baseball in his right hand. He brings his hands together, and into the windup he goes on the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and a liner into left center. That's going to drop for a hit. So Jehudi Valdez wins the long battle between himself and Sam Agnew Whelan. And that's Jehudi Valdez's second base hit of the ball game. He's now 2 for 3 on the night, and that'll bring up Ty Morrison. Now Jehudi Valdez having the best night tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. He's got 2 hits and a run scored for the Lemurs. No other Lemur has 2 hits in the ball game. But Ty Morrison, the guy coming up to the plate, has come in to score a run. So that's going to do it for Sam Agnew Whelan. Carlos Lescano has taken him out. While we do that, we'll take a break here as a new pitcher is going to be coming in. It's 4-2 Blasters in the top of the 7th inning. We'll be right back with more Lemurs baseball.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark. Hey, Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com. And go Lemurs!
All right, so the pitching change has been made, and the new pitcher is a very new pitcher indeed. His name is Scott Heath, and this is going to be his first appearance in professional baseball. He's coming out of the University of Maine, and he's currently 23 years old. So just getting out of the University of Maine. In fact, he pitched there this season. Posted a record of 6 wins and 4 losses and a 4.21 ERA this year through 14 games, all of them starts. His overall record in the NCAA was 10-9 with a 5.07 ERA. So he's in here to try to get the lefty Ty Morrison out. And Morrison into the batter's box. So a lefty-lefty matchup with 1 out and 2 down. Wait, I just messed that up. Here's the first pitch to Morrison. That's in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. So there's 2 down and a runner on, I should say. As we sit in the top of the 7th inning, it's 4-2 Joplin right now. And the lefty throws home on the 0-1. Swung on, popped up over to the left side of the infield. The third baseman, Perez, is there. He'll dance around underneath it and make the catch, and that'll do it for Ty Morrison. That does it for the Lemurs here in the top of the 7th inning. So Scott Heath in his debut for the Joplin Blasters and in professional baseball, he does his job here getting that 1 out that he needed. We're going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Lemurs are down 4-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS. Check us out at LaredoLemurs.com.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh, It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Now batting the left fielder, number 12, Omar Luna.
All right, you heard the man, Omar Luna, going to step into the batter's box for the Blasters. B.J. Hyatt now into the ball game for the Laredo Lemurs. He'll take over on the hill. So Matt Lucen and Cody Kendall are done for the night. And here's Hyatt as the Lemurs are down 4-2 in the ball game, and Omar Luna into the batter's box. 4-2 Blasters. They have 9 hits in the game and 2 errors as the first pitch misses low and outside. Lemurs have 2 runs on 5 hits tonight. 1 ball and no strikes to Omar Luna. Luna was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. That brought home a run with the bases loaded. Then he walked in the third and grounded out in his last at bat in the fifth. The 1-0 pitch. A fastball in the inside corner. B.J. Hyatt starting the night with a record of 2 wins and no losses, a .70 ERA. Yep, a very nice ERA for the Laredo Lemurs relief pitcher. He has pitched in 25 games so far this year for Laredo. Has thrown in 25 2/3 innings with 21 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is a sweeping slider that misses outside. Hyatt has walked 9 and has given up 22 base hits on the year. He has not given up a run in 9 outings. That's over 11 2/3 innings pitched, so he's done a nice job here for Laredo. In fact, the last time he gave up a run was on June 27th, so it's almost been a whole month. The 2-1 pitch swung on, and a chopper over to the shortstop. Valdez will charge behind the bag at second. He'll straighten up and throw over to first, and that'll be in time to get Omar Luna out. And actually, I need to adjust my statement there. Last time Hyatt gave up a run was June 27th. That is over a month ago. I was thinking through the month of July, and we're not done with July yet. We're almost there, but not quite. But yeah, going back to June 27th was the last time he gave up a run, so it's been over a month. That was against Grand Prairie when the Lemurs won 6-4. B.J. Hyatt had a little bit of a stint going on before that run came in. Here's Carlos Ramirez, 1 out, bottom of 7. The pitch, a fastball in there for a strike. That's a fastball at the letters to the Joplin Blasters catcher, Carlos Ramirez. So no balls and 1 strike. B.J. Hyatt works out of the stretch. He's 6'4", 220 pounds, B.J. Hyatt. And the 0-1 pitch, low and away, and that gets by the catcher, Brian Peterson, goes all the way back to the wall. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Hyatt was drafted by the Houston Astros back in the 4th round of the 2009 amateur draft out of the University of South Carolina in Sumter, South Carolina. He spent a short time with the Astros rookie ball affiliate in Greenville, Tennessee before getting released, and he had to undergo labrum surgery. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung on, and a soft liner up the middle past Hyatt. Taylor behind the bag at second. He'll throw over to first base across his body, and it's going to be in time to get the out. Nice play there by Kevin Taylor for the Laredo Lemurs. And that'll be the 2nd out. Mitch Glasser coming up to the plate. Mitch Glasser walking up right now. He's got 2 hits. He's 2 for 3. Jake Taylor plays for the Blasters. So both Taylors here in the ballpark tonight. There's also a Taylor Smart in the league. Get all these Taylors mixed up. But that's our very own Kevin Taylor. Hyatt wants a new baseball. 2 outs quickly here for the Joplin Blasters in the bottom of the 7th. Lemurs need to find a way to scratch out a couple of runs. They did so back in the 6th inning. They got 2 runs, but they ended up leaving some runners on there in that inning, so they left a couple of behind. So they need to try to get those couple back. 2 outs, and into the batter's box, Mitch Glasser. Here's the pitch. Hyatt throws low and away on a slider. Yeah, Hyatt didn't play professional baseball again after getting released and having that surgery. Then he ended up suiting up for the San Angelo Colts in 2013. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that is a strike on the outside corner. A good fastball there. Yeah, so Hyatt played for the Colts in 2013, and while he was with the Colts, he went 3-1 with a 4.37 ERA in 13 games. Last year, he spent time in the Frontier League with the Southern Illinois Miners and the Frontier Grays. Made 17 appearances between those two clubs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses high, but if you ask BJ High, he'd probably tell you this is probably his best rebound season since having that labrum surgery. He's really looked stellar out there on the hill, and as you can see, the .70 ERA and the 2-0 record. I mean, a .70 ERA is just absolutely ridiculous. Manager Pete Incaviglia has a lot of choices to make when he goes to the bullpen. 3 solid guys that have been down there all season long for the Laredo Lemurs. Hyatt, Beckman, and Burbia. The 2-1 pitch, high for a ball. Of course, Luis Poyorena was a former bullpen member that was doing very nicely for the Lemurs, but he has since been moved into the starting rotation for the Laredo Lemurs. Henry Garcia, also another good relief pitcher for Laredo that has been moved into the starting rotation. So you don't want to leave those guys out, but they are now in the starting rotation for Laredo. 3 balls and 1 strike. The leg kick, the pitch home, and that is called a strike. A fastball in the outside corner right at the knees. You know, Cody Kendall's a new member to the team for the Laredo Lemurs. He looks like he's going to be a good member of the bullpen. And Willie Paredes is also going to be joining the bullpen even after he made a start for the Laredo Lemurs, and Luis De La Cruz is down there as well. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Swung on in a high pop-up right center field. Richardson coming in. He's got this one under control. He's looking high up into the air. He'll get underneath it, camp, and make the catch. And that'll do it for the Joplin Blasters. They go down in order here in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll head to the top of the 8th. The Lemurs are down 4-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
All right, a new pitcher on for the Joplin Blasters as we move on throughout this ball game. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Lemurs are down 4-2. And for the Lemurs, it's going to be Devontae Richardson, Kevin Taylor, and Dennis Phipps against Victor Capion. Capion with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses, a 3.20 ERA through 33 games. And he pitched against the Laredo Lemurs back on July 21st back at Uni-Trade Stadium. The Lemurs ended up picking up a run against him. So they have struck against Victor Capion. And the first pitch to Devontae Richardson is on the way from the side armor. That hits the inside corner for a strike. Lemurs down by 2 runs, top of the 8th inning. So they have this inning and the 9th to work with. They need 2 runs to try to tie it up, 3 runs to take the lead. Campion works very deliberately up there on the hill. He'll work nice and slow. He'll bring things to a halt here. And the 0-1 pitch That one is in the dirt. Capion in his 8th season of professional baseball, his 2nd stop in Indy Ball. He's 25 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. He pitched 1 game for the Laredo Lemurs back in 2014. 1 ball and 1 strike. He also appeared for the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks earlier this season. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung in a chopper into the glove of the third baseman, Perez. Perez will throw it over to first base, and it's in time to get Richardson. Perez moving over to his left, just kind of swiped at the baseball, and it ended up going into his mitt, and he was able to throw out Richardson. So a nice play there by Jairo Perez, the third baseman, and Kevin Taylor now going to try to start the rally for the Laredo Lemurs. And Capion began his career back in 2008 at 18 years old with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. And between 2009 and 2011, he shuffled back and forth between South Bend and Visalia, all in the Arizona Diamondbacks system. A fastball in the outside corner to start it off to Taylor. Taylor's 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. He also drove in a run back in the 6th inning. No balls and 1 strike. Capion pitched in yesterday's ball game against the Laredo Lemurs as well. He'll deliver on the 0-1 pitch. And that is outside for a ball. So Kevin Taylor out of the batter's box, a left-handed batter for the Laredo Lemurs. Kevin Taylor against right-handed pitching is hitting .298. He actually hits better against lefties, which is odd. He's hitting .353 against left-handed pitchers. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the delivery home. Swung on and a pop-up over the ballpark. So that's going to be very far out of play. Lemurs down 4-2. The former Dodger prospect in the batter's box for the Laredo Lemurs. And in 11 games this year against the Blasters, Kevin Taylor has 11 hits. So a hit per game. Looking for another one right here to start a Lemurs rally. Capion gets the sign. And he'll deliver finally. The 1-2 pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Capion toes the rubber. Kevin Taylor stretching out in the batter's box. Waits his next pitch. And the 2-2 delivery. Low for a ball. So Capion slowing it down. Bring up some stuff from the Elias Sports Bureau. That's always fun to do for you. Pujols joins Trout in the 30 homer club yesterday. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Taylor. As Capion gets the sign from Carlos Ramirez. Ramirez will set up away just a little bit. And the 3-2 swung on and fouled away. Yeah, Albert Pujols hit his 30th home run of the season in the Angels' 6-3 loss at Houston, joining Mike Trout as the only players to reach that level in 2015, the 30 home run level. It has been more than 3 decades since the first 2 major leaguers to reach 30 home runs did so for the same team. So Mike Trout and Albert Pujols, each with 30 home runs, each for the same team. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and it's been a long time since that's happened. The pitch swung in a liner into center field. Coming in is Suarez. It's going to drop for a hit. Kevin Taylor with the single for the Laredo Lemurs, and that's going to bring up Dennis Phipps. So the tying run coming to the plate for the Lemurs. They're down by 2. The most recent teammates to do that were Jim Rice and Tony Armas with the Red Sox back in 1983. Mike Schmidt hit his 30th home run on the same day as Armas. Teammates to do so prior to Rice and Armas were Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, both in 1927 and in 1931. Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris did it back in 1961, and Willie Mays and Willie McCovey in 65. Greg Luzinski and Mike Schmidt did it back in 1975. So a pretty neat little stat there for you to drop on you from the Elias Sports Bureau. Into the batter's box, Dennis Phipps, runner at first base, and the Lemurs down by 2. The pitch to Phipps. He takes a strike on the, pretty much down the middle, right at the belt. Phipps 0 for 3 on the day. Here's another fun one for you. Neither Justin Verlander nor Chris Archer allowed a single batter to reach base until Asdrubal Cabrera hit a 2-out, 5th-inning home run off of Verlander in the Tigers' 2-1 win over the Rays at Tropicana Field. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 0-2. The last time the first 29 or more batters of a game were retired was on July 28th back in 1991 when the Expos' Dennis Martinez threw a perfect game at Dodger Stadium. Montreal's first base runner came via Ron Hasse, a single off Mike Morgan leading off the top of the 6th inning that day. Taylor from first base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one is a check swing by Phipps. He does not go around. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The last time this happened in the American League game was also memorable back on July 1st of 1990 in a matchup between the Yankees' Andy Hawkins and the White Sox' Greg Hibbert. The first man to reach base was Ron Karkovice, who drew a 2-out walk in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's called strike 3. Phipps is a statue at the plate. That'll be the 2nd out in the inning. Dustin Geiger will be the batter. Well, Geiger's got some pop, 12 home runs on the season. He could change the face of this game very quickly. Hawkins memorably went on to toss an 8-inning complete game without allowing a hit, but lost 4-0 when the New York team committed 3 errors in the bottom of the 8th. That was the last 754 games the Yankees played at the original Comiskey Park. That was the last of 754 games, I should say, that the Yankees played at the original Comiskey Park. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Comiskey, but what a grand old yard that was. Here's the pitch to Geiger. A fastball low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the new ballpark where the White Sox play, it's kind of generic. Really not all that fancy. Not a lot of style to it, not a really pretty face to it by any means. It's nice enough. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. I like a ballpark with some personality. You know, put a little flair in there for people to remember things. I mean, yeah, there's things to remember in that ballpark, but it just doesn't stand out. It's just a generic ballpark to me anyway. I'm sure some people love it, but I've been in there a couple of times and really never stood out for me. 2 balls and no strikes. I don't even know what they call it these days. It's been so long since I've been in there. 2 outs in the inning. The Lemurs down by 2 with the runner at first. Here's the pitch. And Geiger sees it in by the knee. He had to hop out of the way of that one. That probably would have plunked him in the knee if he didn't move. So Geiger will walk around and get ready to get back into the batter's box. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Lemurs with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Juan Silverio on deck if the Lemurs can get to him. Victor Capion up on the hill, looking over his shoulder over at Kevin Taylor. 3 balls and no strikes to Geiger, so we'll see what Geiger does here. And the pitch. That's a strike on the inside part of the plate, right below the belt. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Geiger with those 12 home runs. They seem to come in bunches for Geiger. Now would be a nice time for Geiger to start getting them in bunches for the Laredo Lemurs. The 3-1 pitch swung on, lofted into left center field. On the run, Gabe Suarez. He'll back up underneath it and make the catch, and that'll do it for the Laredo Lemurs. So we're through 7.5. The Lemurs are down 4-2. In the inning, they get no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lemurs trail 4-2.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Kailan Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS. Creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS. The official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. All right, a new pitcher on for the Laredo Lemurs. Willie Paredes taking over on the hill now for Laredo. So he's coming out of the bullpen. He worked as a starter for the Laredo Lemurs for 1 game. So now he slides in here for the Laredo Lemurs as a relief pitcher up on the hill. Lemurs down by 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Jesus Solorzano, the batter. He'll take a fastball low and inside. So the Lemurs trail by 2 runs. Willie Paredes, 6'3", 180 pounds out of the Dominican Republic. The pitch swung and chopped foul at the plate. Jesus Solorzano on the day with a base hit and a run scored back in the 4th. He's officially 1 for 3, also has a stolen base on the day. Paredes started his professional career with the Arizona Diamondbacks at the age of 22 back in the Dominican Summer League back in 2011. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen again, this one in the air. Paredes has seen time in Yakima with the Yakima Bears. By the way, there's no more Yakima Bears. They are now the Hillsboro Hops, I believe. So Yakima moved down to Hillsboro, built a new stadium, and now they're the Hops. The 1-2 pitch off the plate. That'll bounce up and over the catcher and the umpire. He also played with South Bend, Visalia, and AA Mobile. He also saw a short amount of time with the Reno Aces AAA ball for the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. So altogether, Willie Paredes with a record of 15-11 through the D-backs system and a 3.70 ERA. So 2 balls and 2 strike. And the umpire, I believe, wants some new baseballs. And that's exactly what's happening. Some new baseballs being turned in, and the umpire checking on them, making sure they're good. Some of the balls get thrown out of play, and they'll put them right back into the ball bucket if they think they're good. And the umpire will take a look at them and go, I don't know if these are too good or not. He might just throw them right back out. Of course, baseballs aren't cheap, so in the American Association, they'll try to recycle them as much as they can, but there does come a point where they can't use them anymore. So Paredes, a right-hander, ready to deliver again against Jesus Solorzano. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and grounded foul up the third baseline. So we'll see another pitch coming up from Paredes to Solorzano. Lemurs down by 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Paredes peeks over the mitt to get the sign. He throws on the 2-2 pitch. It's skipped in the dirt. So now it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count to the Joplin Blasters' number 8 hitter, Jesus Solorzano. Solorzano plays out in right field for the Joplin Blasters. The Blasters got a run back in the first, 2 more in the fourth, and they grabbed one in the 6th inning. The 3-2 pitch swung on, chopped over to the left side. That'll get by J. Woody Valdez into left field. That'll be a base hit for Solorzano. That one had a lot of top spin on it, and it went ahead and spun past J. Woody Valdez and into left field for a base hit. So Gabe Suarez is going to be the next batter. Suarez batting in the 9th spot tonight for the Joplin Blasters. That's usually where he'll hit when he's in a game for the Blasters. So the Lemurs now looking for a double play ball with Solorzano at first base. And Gabe Suarez getting into the batter's box. And the pitch, bunt shown, and taken for a strike on the inside corner. A good fastball there by Willie Paredes. Here's the scoreboard from around the American Association. As we get deeper in the ball game, we want to make sure we give you the scores, as some of the games will be coming to an end throughout the league. No balls and 1 strike to Gabe Suarez. And the pitch, bunt shown again, and bunted into the air, grabbing it Paredes. Paredes will throw to the second baseman, Taylor covering first. And that'll take care of the batter, Gabe Suarez. On the play, Solorzano goes up to second base. So 1-4 put out on the sac bunt. And there's 1 down, and we go up to the top of the order, Michael Gonzalez. So here's some scores for you. A final at a Lincoln. Sioux City beats the Lincoln Salt Dogs 6-3. That game had an odd start time, a 6:40 start time there in Lincoln, Nebraska. Winnipeg and Amarillo back at it. The rain has stopped, so they're continuing their game. Winnipeg 4, Amarillo 1 in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Michael Gonzalez is low and in. Made him skip out of the way. Fargo up over Grand Prairie 7-1. They're in the top of the 9th. Kansas City 9, Sioux Falls 8. They're in the top of the 7th inning. Jackals beat the Wingnuts tonight 4-1. So either the Blasters or the Lemurs are going to grab a game on the Wichita Wingnuts tonight, whoever wins this game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung in a grounder foul by Michael Gonzalez. Gary's up over St. Paul 2-1. They're in the top of the 8th. So there you have your AA scoreboard. But that big score for the Lemurs, Wichita loses. So both of these guys fighting over that number 2 spot in the American Association South. If the Lemurs lose, Joplin will be back in second place. If the Lemurs win, they'll grab a game and stay in second place. The 1-1 pitch is low. The Lemurs start the day 3 back behind the Wichita Wingnuts, so they can make it 2 back if they could win tonight. Get a little bit closer to a tough Wichita club. It's going to be fun going down into the last month of the American Association. We got a month and a week once we hit the month of August. The month of August will be here on Saturday. The Lemurs will have an off day that day. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped over to the shortstop. Valdez will back up on it. The second hop, he'll field it. He'll throw it to first, and it's in time to get the out. So Michael Gonzalez grounds out. And that'll be the second out of the inning. Staying at second base is Jesus Solorzano. And coming up to the plate, Yasser Gomez. Gomez with a couple of hits today. He's got 2 hits. He's officially 2 for 2 with a sac bunt and a walk. Yeah, so the Lemurs don't finish the season until September 7th. So they'll play the whole month of August, and then they go late this year into September 7th. They're usually done in the first week of September, usually on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. But this year we'll go into the following Monday, the 7th. We didn't start until 1 week later this season. So into the batter's box, Yasser Gomez. And Gomez, a left-handed batter, takes a strike on the inside corner. Excuse me, that was a ball. But Yasser Gomez looking at a 1-0 count. Lemurs down 2, bottom of 8. Lemurs will have one more try to tie it or take the lead, the 1-0. Low and inside. Peterson drops the ball. He'll gather it. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes. And so after the Lemurs finish up here in this series, they'll have that Saturday off and then play Sioux Falls, Amarillo, Grand Prairie, Amarillo, Wichita, and then finally have a day off on the 17th. And that day on the 17th is going to be to travel up to Sioux Falls. So really a off day. That's a travel day for the Laredo Lemurs. They won't get into Sioux Falls sometime late that night. The 2-0 pitch is low for a ball. So they'll leave after the game on Sunday against Wichita. Then head on up to Sioux Falls and probably get into Sioux Falls, South Dakota, at probably 7 or 8 o'clock at night on the 17th. Then they'll play on the 18th against Sioux Falls. At least that's how it usually goes. Here's the 3-0. And that one clips the outside corner for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. So Paredes trying to work backwards here against Yasir Gomez. Gomez scored the first run of the ball game back in the first inning after walking. Then the bases got loaded all on walks by Matt Lucen, and then he hit Omar Luna to bring home the run. The 3-1 pitch, low and inside, and that's 4 balls, and it's going to be ball 4 to Gomez. He'll head on up to first base. And the batter's going to be Jairo Perez. So runner at first and a runner at second. And Jairo Perez has 2 hits on the day. He's 2 for 3. So Willie Paredes getting back up on top of the rubber. Jairo Perez slowly into the batter's box. For his team, the Joplin Blasters. Blasters have 10 hits. The Lemurs have 6. Paredes out of the stretch. He'll set up by the shoulder, take a look back at second base, and throw home. And that one swung on and grounded foul up the third baseline. So no balls and 1 strike to the batter, Jairo Perez. Perez singled and drove in a run back in the 6th. He brought home Michael Gonzalez. Over at second base is Jesus Solorzano. At first base, Yasir Gomez. Gomez just earning that walk. And the 0-1 pitch, swung on and a ground ball up to the third baseman. Silverio will bob it. He'll gather it, go over and touch the bag at third, and that'll do it for the Joplin Blasters. So the Lemurs get the force out at third base, and that'll do it for the Joplin Blasters. We're going to go to the top of the 9th. The Lemurs need some runs. They're down right now 4-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever, 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
All right, here we go into the 9th inning. Strap it on, Lemurs fans. A new pitcher in, Winston Abreu, taking over on the hill against the Laredo Lemurs. And the Lemurs have done well against Winston Abreu. He's the closer for the Joplin Blasters, but the Lemurs have had comeback success against him, and they've done so here in this ballpark. So let's see what the Laredo Lemurs can do this time around against Winston Abreu, as it's going to be Juan Silverio, Brian Peterson, and Chris Elder coming up to the plate for the Laredo Lemurs. And Abreu deals to Silverio, a fastball low and outside. And Winston Abreu has a 2-run lead here against the Laredo Lemurs. And he's got 9 saves on the year. The 1-0 pitch, low for a ball. So 2 balls and no strikes to Juan Silverio. Well, be patient up there, wait for a strike. The Lemurs need base runners. In no hurry to swing the bat right now if he's going to throw balls. And the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball, that clips the inside corner for a strike. So Winston Abreu this year against the Laredo Lemurs, he has posted an 0-1 record through 3 games. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings, given up 3 hits, 5 runs, and 2 of them have been earned. He has walked 3 batters against Laredo. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Silverio. That one swung and grounded foul up the third base line. Winston Abreu has a 6.75 ERA against the Lemurs. Silverio, today he's 1 for 3, singled back in the 5th inning, hit into a double play in the 6th, and struck out in the 2nd inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Silverio. Lemurs down by 2 in the top of the 9th. The pitch, breaking ball, swung and missed. That's strike 3. So Silverio starts it off with a strikeout. And Brian Peterson's coming up to the plate now for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs have struck out 9 times tonight against blaster pitching. So Abreu overall this season, he's 2-1 with a 1.01 ERA. He has thrown in 28 games with 9 saves. Through those 26 2/3 innings, he has 51 strikeouts. That's to start, and of course he just struck out a batter here. So make it 27 innings and 52 strikeouts altogether. Here's the pitch to Brian Peterson, and a very high fastball. Last time Abreu gave up a run was against Grand Prairie on July 23rd. He gave up 2 hits and a run through 2/3 of an inning. And before that, it was against Laredo back on July 2nd. The 1-0 pitch, and that one misses inside. The Lemurs scored 2 runs back on July 2nd. And the Lemurs went on to see the Joplin Blasters win that game 9-8. That was down in Laredo. The day he took a loss against the Lemurs, as he throws the 2-0 pitch. That one is called a strike on the inside corner. Took a loss against the Lemurs on on June 24th here in this ballpark. He gave up 3 runs, only 1 of them was earned. There was a couple of errors in that inning, both by the second baseman. I believe that was Omar Luna that day playing second base for Joplin. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch, breaking ball swung and fouled away. That's going to even up the count at 2-2 now to Brian Peterson, as that ball just barely gets up and over the ballpark. Chris Elder is on deck for Laredo, so if Brian Peterson gets on here, Chris Elder can try to do some damage. He did some good damage last night, hitting the home run for the Laredo Lemurs. That was the difference in the ball game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. The ball's in the dirt. Peterson will take off towards first. Ramirez will throw it down to first, and that's going to complete the out. So 2 strikeouts through the first 2 batters. That's the 10th strikeout of the night for the Laredo Lemurs, and Chris Elder coming up to the plate. So Elder's the final hope for the Laredo Lemurs right now. Top of the 9th inning, Lemurs down by 2 runs. Elder, a left-handed batter, facing off against the relief pitcher, Winston Abreu. So a tightly contested ball game here. So far, the Lemurs are down. Winston Abreu will kick high and throw home, and that is a fastball that misses away. 1 ball and no strikes. Elder stepping out of the batter's box for a moment. Right back in, taps the plate a couple of times with the head of the bat. And Abreu delivers on the 1-0. Swung on and grounded foul. That goes back into the screen. So Elder topped the ball, and the ball ends up going into the ground and goes back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike underneath the lights here in Joplin, Missouri, as we start to feel a cool breeze to blow through our hair here in Joplin. I'm sure the fans are nice and comfortable down there. They all look like they're having a good time here in Joplin tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch, breaking ball, called a strike. That tickles the outside corner of the plate. Lemurs are down to their final strike. So Elder's got to be up there protecting right now for the Laredo Lemurs. 4-2 Joplin. Abreu looks in and gets the sign from Carlos Ramirez. And the 1-2 delivery. Swung on, nope, a check swing and called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that's going to do it here. The Laredo Lemurs strike out with all 3 batters, 2 going down swinging, 1 going down looking to end the ball game. And that's it, folks. Lemurs lose this one 4-2. We'll take a timeout, come back with the post-game show. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Boarding, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs Baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Boarding, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show here. And Joe Becker Stadium. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up for you with a nice little bow as the Laredo Lemurs lose this one by a final score of 4-2. For the Joplin Blasters, it was 4 runs on 10 hits. They made 2 errors tonight. The Laredo Lemurs had 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors this evening. The winning pitcher was Luis Chirinos. He goes 6 innings, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 3 and struck out 5 batters. The save goes to Winston Abreu. He pitched an inning in the top of the 9th, struck out all 3 Lemurs batters, 2 swinging, 1 looking. And the losing pitcher was Matt Lucen this evening. Lucen goes 4 innings, gives up 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4 batters. He also hit a batter here tonight. The game was played in 2 hours and 53 minutes in front of a crowd of 1,507 people here at the ballpark. So this is how the Joplin Blasters got on the board. In the first inning, Matt Lucen was a little bit wild coming out of the box for the Laredo Lemurs. In fact, he ended up walking 3 straight batters after they getting the first batter out. So Yasser Gomez walked, Jairo Perez walked, and Jake Taylor walked. So the bases were loaded, and Omar Luna came up to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the wrist, and that sent him up to first base, and that brought in Yasser Gomez. So the Lemurs were down 1-0 there after 1 inning of play. The Joplin Blasters would get on the board again in the 4th inning, again against Matt Lucen. Lucen would give up a leadoff base hit to Mitch Glasser. Then Jesus Solorzano would follow up with a base hit, and that'd put runners at first and second base. Gabe Suarez laid down a sac bunt to move both runners up. So runners at second and third, Michael Gonzalez would come up. He would hit a sacrifice fly out to left field. That would score Mitch Glasser, and then a base hit by Yasser Gomez right after that to bring home Jesus Solorzano. So at the time, it was 3-0 Blasters, and the Laredo Lemurs would get on the board in the 6th inning to score 2 runs. Jeudy Valdez would reach on a single, and then Ty Morrison would reach on a fielder's choice. During the play on the fielder's choice, there'd be an error by the catcher as the ball was bunted out in front of home plate. Ramirez grabbed the ball, threw it to second, and it ended up getting by the shortstop, and it went into center field. That allowed both runners to move up to second and third base. Then Devontre Richardson was hit by a pitch on the shoulder. He took his base. That loaded up the bases for Kevin Taylor, who singled and drove in Jeudy Valdez. So the Lemurs were finally on the board there. It was 3-1 at the time in favor of the Joplin Blasters. Then with 1 out, coming up to the plate was Dustin Geiger with the bases loaded. He was hit by a pitch. That would bring home a run, and the Lemurs would have their 2nd run of the ball game, and that'd be the only 2 runs that the Lemurs would end up getting. In fact, in the 7th, 8th, and 9th combined, the Laredo Lemurs had 6 batters strike out, and a total of 11 batters struck out tonight for the Laredo Lemurs against the Joplin Blasters pitchers. That is not a high, by the way. Just notable that they got up and over 10 here tonight. So the Laredo Lemurs lose this one by a final score of 4-2 to the Joplin Blasters. So Wichita loses, so the Lemurs move back into 3rd place, but they do not lose any ground against the number 1 team, the Wichita Wingnuts. So let's go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard from around the American Association. Then we'll go ahead and take a look at the standings and then call it a night here in the AA. So Lincoln and Sioux City, they're all done. Sioux City wins 6-3 over the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Winnipeg and Amarillo still playing ball. They're in the top of the 7th. Winnipeg 4, Amarillo 1. Kansas City over Sioux Falls, a 10-9 game with Kansas City in the lead. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning playing in Sioux Falls. The Jackals beat the Wichita Wingnuts 4-1 tonight, and that game played in New Jersey. And the Gary South Show Railcats are up 3-1 over the St. Paul Saints. And Fargo and Grand Prairie have gone final. Fargo 7, Grand Prairie 1. So a quick look at the standings before we get out of here, as the Laredo Lemurs will now fall back behind the Joplin Blasters, and that'll move the Lemurs to 35-29 on the season. The Blasters move ahead with a record of 34 wins and 27 losses on the season. So that's it for a quick look at all that stuff. That's going to be it for us here from Joe Becker Stadium tonight. The Lemurs take a loss 4-2 to Joplin, and the Lemurs will come out and try to win the series tomorrow night, as the Joplin Blasters won this ball game, so that splits the series right now. And tomorrow night's game will be the last game between these 2 clubs for the rest of the season, unless somehow they meet in the playoffs. Like I said earlier, I don't think that'll happen, but you never know. You have to wait and see how the season breaks down. So that's going to be it. 4-2 Lemurs lost. They'll try to win the series tomorrow night, as it's going to be dueling lefties. Luis Poyorena will go to the mound for the Laredo Lemurs tomorrow night. Looking forward to that ball game. So from Joe Becker Stadium here in Joplin, Missouri, my name is Bill Harrington. I hope you have a good night, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow night for the 7:05 first pitch.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.